You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting season. Come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests, only got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh and eat, gonna live the dream. Gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing a song to break it down. Gonna rock this party all night long. So come on everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready, you got one more chance. You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting season. Come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome to the show. It's the PlayStation Collectors Podcast, Season 4, Episode 40. My name's Joe Red. I am here, as always, with my co-host, Figsy. How you doing, brother?
Hey. What's up, everyone?
And our special guest this evening, joining us for the first time ever, Mrs. DeeGee. How you doing?
Yo, doing good. What's up, guys?
Come on. Appreciate it.
Welcome in.
So we started this podcast a while ago. We've been doing it for a couple of years now, and then I came across your channel, and I was like, she's the PlayStation girl. I'm like, I feel like I have to get her on the show. It's like a requirement. So I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thanks for having me, man. PlayStation.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
And that's why.
Yes.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So yeah, that's we came here today to talk about the biggest, most popular new portable system ever that everybody's talking about. That's right, the PS1, baby. Have you ever seen
Yeah, that one. Must be not the fucking Switch
Hell
2.
yeah, dude. This thing's got a screen on it, takes controllers, memory cards.
Hell yeah.
That's got two switches on it.
One.
It's got more than two switches on it.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Takes physics.
And memory cards.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Portable. On the go.
Yeah, so
You would
everybody.
be the coolest person in the world using one of them on a plane back in like 2005 when everyone's
Oh
just
my
going,
God.
I wish I was that person.
Yes. That would have been sick to be that person on a plane back then with that. Just be like, play my game, Spyro. What are you doing? What are you playing? Holy shit.
Are you playing Snake on your phone? Sudoku?
Hey, oh my God. I feel old.
I mean,
now.
I would be jealous. If
I
was-
remember seeing people play PSPs like when they first came out, and I was so jealous. I never seen someone using one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I never had growing up, though, is anything PlayStation Portable, as far as like PSPs, the Vita. I never did actually have PSPs until a few years ago, and I barely have anything for the PSP, but that's something I want to dive into at some point. I just got to fix the damn things because neither of them want to work. Go figure. Oh,
I find
yeah.
that like every PSP has like a broken battery or swollen
I
battery
think that's
now.
what it is with both of them,
And
I
then,
think so. Yeah.
Well,
Even
at
if
this
they
point in
broke-
time, all the batteries are gone. Like you need to reorder them, but you can get ones from China for like $15. Easily do it yourself.
Yeah, I probably will
And
because
work
I think I've
at,
seen them range
last
from about
window.
10 to 15. Yeah.
The second thing that always happens is they screech when they like load the discs. You'll get them and they'll be like making these crazy noises. But I think you can actually go in and like with like a little oil and like WD-40 or whatever, and you can like oil the little thing and it makes it all
Yeah.
quiet. So
That shit works wonders. Need to
I
jet
did
my
that on
shit.
mine and now it's like perfectly silent. I'm like, okay,
Oh yeah.
this is much better.
Mm.
It makes sense too from the moving parts that
Yeah.
it's got. Whether it's over 20 years old
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
Remember the first
really.
time I got a PSP and I tried to play a game. I tried to like take the game out of the UMD because I'm
Yeah.
like confused. Didn't work too well. Didn't break my game, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's definitely a good system to get into collecting. It's still reasonably priced, and I think the PSP library is amazing.
Oh yeah, so good.
It's really good. Like, I think it's much better than most other handhelds. Like, if you really go over, it's got everything.
wow.
Sick RPGs, sick fighting games, racing games. Like, it's legit. It's got ports on it that have no right to be even on a PSP. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many good games. So
It has quality AAA games too. Like it has exclusive Metal Gear Solid games. Like it has Grand Theft Auto.
I know. The ones I haven't played. Oh yeah,
So
I need to get this too.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but after the big presentation today, I've never been more excited to collect retro in my life than watching the way the future is going. I'm just like, I could spend $100 on one game for my new Switch 2, or I could go buy like 5 PSP games, or I could go buy like 4 PS1 games, or one really nice PS1 game. It's making like those
PS1 game.
like, if the games are going to be all the new games are going to be like 70 plus, 80 plus, 90 plus, if we're talking that type of money, like that's going to make those more expensive PS1 games that I've been putting off purchasing seem like a no-brainer. I'm like, oh, that $100 PS1 game now, that's no big deal. I don't even feel bad about that.
Yeah, for real. Like, I agree with that.
A few years ago,
it's going to have that opposite effect that it'll like people won't get into gaming with the new systems. They'll be like, no, I'll buy a PS3 for my kids because the games are cheap or something like that. Do you think we'll see a rise of that?
I don't think kids would allow that. I don't think kids would allow their parents to purchase them old tech when all their friends are playing Fortnite. I just don't think you get away with it. Like, maybe if you lived in the woods in Maine, you didn't have internet, you could buy your kids.
Back in the boonies.
Hey, yeah. But if your kids have like tablets and they can read the news and stuff, they're gonna be like, "No, Dad, I'm not. We're on PS5. What are you doing?"
Yeah,
I'm sort of conflicted with the whole thing. It's like my two hobbies are going further apart. Like, I hate it for the collecting side, but calm down, Oki. But I like it for the games. I'm excited for some new games. The Bloodborne 2 unofficial, like that has me wanting to buy a console.
Same for me for that one. The only reason I want to get it is for that. It better not be no fucking PvP bullshit. I'm watching you from software.
Yeah, I was actually a little bit disappointed with the trailer. I thought the graphics didn't look that good. I don't know if it was because I didn't watch it live. I watched a re-uploaded YouTube video, and I'm like, why doesn't it look amazing?
It doesn't look as good. I mean, Bloodborne looks 10 times better than that bullshit, but I'll take something at this point, considering we've been waiting at least like 10 years now for something else from Software. Yeah, so 100%. I'll happily take it any day. But the thing, whenever I saw that they were releasing Cyberpunk 2077 for fucking Nintendo Switch 2, I laughed my ass off. That is gonna run like fucking literally butter coming out somebody's ass crack. That is not gonna work well at all. Are you fucking stupid, Nintendo? I can't wait. It's gonna be a disaster, and I'm here for it.
Well, the problem with that is, like, people will run with that. You know, we're going to see videos of not it running greatly. We're going to see it crashing. We're going to see it not running well. We're going to see comparisons to all the other systems. So they're digging themselves a grave by doing that. They better hope it runs well.
Yeah, I know. I love the game's great. It is, but it's just going to be janky as shit on Nintendo Switch 2. But, you know, whatever people want to do, they want to buy it. That's their money. They do what they want. But and those price tags with the games, everything that they released, there was nothing that caught my eye minus what we just talked about with, you know, Bloodborne aka 2.0. That's it. Yeah. Anything else is lackluster.
It's interesting too. So the reason everyone's saying Bloodborne 2.0 because Sony own the license to Bloodborne, where like From Software own Dark Souls. They can do what they want, but Sony own Bloodborne, so it stays on PlayStation. If they want to do a remaster, they pick. If they want to do a sequel, they pick, not From Software. So From Software, like, our fans want this. Screw you guys. We're going to Nintendo and we're going to make it exclusive, and it won't even be on your system. And we'll just change the name. And, you know, they'll probably change the storyline, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I just got to let my dog out. I'll be right back, guys.
You're fine.
He's going a bit crazy.
Just, it gets worked up when you're talking about Bloodborne. It's one of Figsy's favorite franchises. The dog can feel the energy in the room.
Hell yeah! I was like, here we go.
Yeah, well, and it's funny too because I love how like literally every single person when they were watching that trailer was like, "This is Bloodborne 2, correct?" Like as soon as you saw that, and
Yeah,
you saw
that's
like
literally what I say. I thought I'm like the blood.
Mhm.
I see it. I feel. I was like on the edge of my seat. I'm like,
Mhm.
why is this on Nintendo Switch 2? What the fuck is going on? I was so excited. I about shit myself.
It was unexpected, and
It was. Yeah, it was for real, man.
I just
But
hope, like you
yeah,
said, it's like a full-fledged experience with some single
I
player
hope
options. Like, and
so.
it's
I
not
hope
just
it's not PvP. I really hope
yeah.
not.
I hope
Because
it's not like the Night Rain version or
yeah, that's what I was
the
just saying. Like Night Rain.
version
Yeah,
for
I hope not.
Bloodborne.
Yeah, hopefully, because I'm not gonna buy that Night Rain bullshit. I like Elden Ring is great. I loved Elden Ring, but Night Rain just looks like just something as stupid as hell, and I just don't want to mess with it. I just don't.
I'm giving it a go. I'm giving it a go. I
Well,
don't
let me
play
know
the games
how
online.
it is.
I'm giving it a go. It's not full price. I pre-ordered it. Like I've been playing Souls since 2015. I've played every single one, every spin-off game, you name it. I've done them all. I'm gonna
Hell
give it a
yeah.
go. I'm not a fan, and the fact that you can play it solo appeals more to me than playing it with other people. Because I don't want to play with people.
I don't either. I don't want to play with you all. I want to play alone.
Yeah, I want to sit there on the couch with the dog next to me, chilling, like in the zone, and just playing. I don't want to put a headset in and talk to people. I just want to play by myself.
Yeah, that's the thing about me. I'm always a single player girl. I don't like playing like co-op with people. I don't like playing PvP. I'm alone, so it's better because I don't have to deal with people. I don't have to be like, get your ass going. You're literally slowing me down. That's what I hate about that.
Sony fans, we are the single player breed. I swear,
Yes, we are.
We've just
I agree
always
with
been
that.
conditioned, and like
Yes.
I played WoW for years, and I like at some point in my life was like, I just don't ever want my fun to be dependent on another person in any way.
Right.
I don't want them to have to help me as a teammate. I don't want to have them griefing me as like PV, but like I don't want have to be waiting for them to show up or be late. Like I just was like, I'm over this. I'm like, I just want my gaming to be on my own terms. So I like that's why I like single player games. I can play when I want, for how long I want. If I want to rage quit, I will. If I want to spend an hour on a dumbass side quest, I will. If I want to spend 2 hours stuck on a puzzle, refusing to look it up online because I'm stubborn, God damn it, I'm going to do that.
Hell yeah.
Like, that's why I prefer the experience is to be like not dependent on other people. So
right,
for sure. So there was a bunch of interesting announcements today in the thing that shocked me. I do want to clear some stuff up that I think there's some confusion about, like with the game cards and stuff like that. So you guys did see obviously the card pass key thing they were talking about, like basically the fake cartridges. Did you guys see the announcement about that after?
Is that just going to be the new version of download codes?
Yeah. Remember how they did codes in a box? That awful thing.
Oh, that, yeah.
It's like an empty case with the code. Well, essentially what the new thing is they're sending you the same thing, but you're getting like a fake cartridge. And the cartridge is...
Just make it real at this point.
It's weird.
Just make it real. What the fuck is wrong with you?
We'll give them the case. We'll give them plastic that represents the cartridge, but it won't work as the cartridge.
That just blows my fucking mind.
Manufacture it.
Stupid.
So first off, I'm just going to start off by saying, like, I will never buy any of these. Anything that has that. No. I'm not physically, like, I'm not going to do that. But I will. I'm trying to have a positive spin. Like, it is better than the codes in the boxes, at least, because the codes in the boxes are a one-time thing. Like, you buy it, you download the code, and that's it. That thing is useless, and you can't resell it. And supposedly, these new fake carts, you can sell them. So that's kind of cool. At least you can sell them to somebody else, and somebody else can, use the little fake card if they want. And it's like a way. You know how we've talked about like a way to buy and sell your digital games. That's essentially what it is you're purchasing a digital game that has like a physical aspect to it that you can sell later on, which I think that's cool. But I did preface that. Well, I ain't buying any of them. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah,
it's a cool
I say that too, Joe, but what happens if a game comes out that we really want to play and it's only available on one of these stupid little cards?
Digital. I won't fuck around with that stupid fake
thing. Digital only for that. I wouldn't mess with that either. Oh.
Yeah, I don't really resell anyway. And to me, if I'm just going to own it, the idea of owning a digital game that requires me to get off my ass, go in the other room and find the cartridge and put it in, that's less convenient. Why would I want that? I don't want to do that. I want to play digitally. The whole point is I can sit on my couch and be like, different game. And I don't have to move.
Scroll, click. I want to buy that.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go the other road and buy the card thing, play it, and then as soon as I'm finished, sell it. Because if you can get money back from it, like I don't want to keep something like that, you know, and I still want to play it. So the fact that, like, I hate the idea of buying a digital game, but, you know, you spend $70, $80 on this thing that's just, you know, sitting there and it's not to be used. You can't sell it. It's always there and you always invested that money into it. I hate that aspect. You know, buying a game day one on Steam, like I refuse to do that. Like, have to buy it on sale at least.
Yeah, don't blame me. Sales are better. Why pay full price whenever they go on sale eventually? I'm not in a rush to get certain games. I can wait. So, but some of them I'll get day one, but most of the time I'll wait for sales myself because it's just pointless.
Yeah.
Because my backlog is so stupid right now that I just don't have time to play new gen anyway. So it'll go on sale eventually.
This is a crazy year for releases. There's so much cool stuff coming out. If GTA 6 does come out this year, like, actually, that might be why we're seeing so many games come out right now and get announced because it's on the way.
Well, nobody wants to release any time around then. That's for sure. That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
It'll be the 1st November where there'll be like one video game released.
So the Switch 2 it's going to have physical games as well that are on the cartridge. So like people were panicking, thinking like for a minute, like that's how all the cartridges were, but they're not.
Right.
And they're going to have like up to a 64 gigabyte cart. So like for instance, Cyberpunk, they did announce like that it should be on the cart in theory, at least. And what I am looking forward to is because the Switch 2 is kind of late in the game, if they do get these third-party ports and they do actually put the game on the cart, you might finally get like a good updated version of the game with the DLC, because like Cyberpunk has all that awesome DLC, but that's not
Phantom Liberty.
Yeah, you can't get that on PS5. I maybe on Xbox. I'm not sure. I'm not an Xbox person, but
I would assume not.
Maybe
seeing what Xbox
I would assume
like,
no, but you never know. They might be on there. So, but like I know that you can't. That's not on the damn thing. Even on the PS5 version when they re-released it, I was like, oh cool, it should have the deals. Nope. Still a code.
But even looking at that, Joe, like, let's say you have a PS5 and a Switch 2, right? And you want to play Cyberpunk. You're not going to play the Switch version. You're going to play it on the PS5.
Yeah, it's just better. It's going to work better.
Like, you know, like I'd love to own the most complete version, but I'm not going to play it on that system. And the only people playing it on there are people that don't have access to it on a PC or a PlayStation or Xbox, right? Like, who's playing Elden Ring or who's buying a Switch 2 to play Elden Ring? Like, no, that's not a thing.
Well, maybe it might be a thing. What if that's the only version that has the Elden Ring DLC on the cart? I'll buy that shit. You know what I mean? Like for preservation.
Still, like I'm like the fact that, you know, I've had to look past the fact that Bloodborne 2 is going to be on a Nintendo system because I've played Dark Souls on the Switch. I didn't enjoy it. Like, it didn't look good. It was clunky. It didn't run well. It's for the fact that it's been developed with this system. It's going to play well. You know, it's going to look good. Blah blah blah. But I'd still rather play it on my PlayStation.
Didn't they actually release, like, Vic, you could probably answer this since you're have PAL region. Didn't they release Bloodborne, like the complete version of it with the DLC with the old hunters and everything on the Game of the Year edition? Because I actually found that at Goodwill. That's what I thought. See, why can't they do that shit? They can do that for Bloodborne, but they can't do that for like Cyberpunk or anything like that. You gotta love, it's just a cash grab. That's all it is. They just want to separate stuff. I hate that bullshit. Yeah, I did find it at Goodwill for some reason for like $5 seal. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, it's right.
That's something cool to show off. I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's fine.
What you got?
Yeah, because I found this is it. I'm like, holy shit! Yeah, it's still sealed too. I mean, I just thought it was really cool. I had never seen it before. That's like the second Peggy title that I found. At my Goodwill. I don't know why the hell I found them, but hell yeah, my favorite From Software game. I'm gonna fucking buy this shit.
So they used to be like $20, and now online that's like $100 because it's the only way to get, or one of the only ways to get it all with the DLC. And the DLC is like the best DLC, not just the From Software. Like if you were ranking every DLC of all time, it's in the top 10. Like it's my number one. It's a lot of people's number one. But in Asia, we actually got something really cool. Check this out. This is the.
Oh my fucking god, that is so cool!
It's me.
So this is a dual pack.
What the
and
hell?
Bloodborne the Old Hunters edition. So it's got all the DLC for both games, and it's completely in English. And it was only released in Asia.
Cool! Holy shit!
It's got a different case again, which is cool.
I love that. I've never actually played The Last of Us, though. I've heard it's good, but I've not played it yet. That's what I've been putting off for a long time.
It's one of those games that I played it, and I'm like, oh, this is meant for like not hardcore gamers. I just couldn't get into it. Really? I wish there were people that like it, but no, I'm sorry, it's not for me. It was like 50% story, 50% gameplay. I just want to play the game.
Right.
Yeah, I'm more of a action oriented game. Like I like games that are constantly forcing me to think and play and do stuff. I'm not very good at being an observer. Like I've never really enjoyed watching sports. I like playing sports, but like I can't just sit in a room and watch people fucking play. I'm like, this is so boring. I need to like do something. So that's why I've always preferred games, because I'm like, it forces you to participate and stay focused and stay and like challenged and like use your mind, and like you're like the one winning the game. And it's, to me, that's just so much more interesting than just being an observer. Like that's why I even like I like FMV games, the movie games. I'm like, this is better than watching movies.
So fucking great.
I have more fun like having the little quick time events and picking what happens and stuff. Like I think this is like way better than just watching a movie. I really enjoy it, especially when you play those types of games in a group. They're so funny because you like
their own little choices and
and you pass the controller around, and then like you like make a choice, and they're like, what do I do? I'm like, pick something, and then the person dies, and it's like hilarious. I'm like, why would you jump in the dumpster? Why would you do that? I don't know. I just it's so good. I just, like I said, it's more fun being active. So
I noticed a lot of the announcements weren't new. Like they were stuff they showed 2 weeks ago. They were like remakes. They were just Xbox, PlayStation games getting a reskin. There was like 5 new games, maybe a couple more, maybe 10.
Yeah, remakes and remasters. I'm so fucking sick of it. Can you make something new now, please? Yeah, it's like The Last of Us. I'm going to remake, a remaster. What the fuck? Can you not use something new? At least we got something new with Omnimusha. I'm excited about that. Capcom finally, brought out the dust and literally dusted it off and brought it back out. So I'm excited for that. But it's a constant thing with them. I think it's just all money grab anymore with the industry in this.
I feel like that's part of the reason we didn't get Bloodborne 2, because Sony's going down this road of remasters sell, it's safe. We lost money trying new IPs. We're not doing new IPs right now. We're only doing old ones. We'll do a Bloodborne remake and that's it. And Miyazaki's like, no, I'm going to these guys. They'll take my money. Even Mario Party, they're just putting out last year's one. Come on, it's a brand new system. Like, make some new games. Obviously Mario Kart's new. And that's going to be the one that they're pushing. But like, why didn't they make the Pokemon games exclusive to this system? Are they, I mean, they'll probably sell more if it's on both, but you'll sell it consoles if it's not. So it's a catch-22.
I'm not a huge fan of the pay to upgrade your game thing either.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I saw that they're doing. Oh, they're copying Sony from PS4 to PS5. $10 upgrade. Oh my God.
Sony was really weird though. Sometimes it was free and sometimes it's not. It's like up to the developer, I guess.
When it first came out, it was like, we'll do it for everything, and then we can charge $10 to do this. Let's charge $10.
Yeah,
I like the games that would come out on PS4 that you could get the free upgrade for. And they were initially cheaper. So you get 2 versions for the price of one. It was like, ooh. And then Sony caught on. They're like, oh, people are buying more PS4 games. Stop that.
$10, please. Pretty
Well, it's their
much.
own damn fault. They should stop making PS4 games. That's the only time I buy PS5 is when I don't have the choice.
Right.
Like when a game comes out and it only came out on PS5, I'm like, well, damn. I guess that's what I'm getting. The only time I break that rule is if it's like some sort of like real cutting edge brand new. Like usually my RPGs, like my JRPGs, I get the PS5 one because I want them to look fucking insane. Like I want it, you know, that balls to the wall graphics, like that. What the visuals are like a huge part of those games.
Right.
But you know, if I'm playing some Castlevania clone or a Mega Man looking game or some, you know, retro, you know, pretty much anything Red Art Games has ever released, I don't need that on the PS5 at all.
Right.
A remaster of a PS1 game or something, you know. How good is it really going to look? Using graphics from the 90s, like it ain't going to look much better on the 4K TV. Like I pre-ordered the Luna collection on the Switch because, you know, it's going to look just as good on the Switch as it's going to look on the PlayStation. It's a Luna collection.
Yeah. Fuck, I forgot to do that. I have Lunar 1 and 2 on PS1, but I forgot to fucking pre-order the remaster.
It doesn't come out until the 22nd or the 20th or something.
I don't think
Oh,
we
really?
can.
That was 18th. Oh, okay. Never mind.
It
I'm
might
off.
be the 18th. Yeah, it's a couple of weeks. So.
Yeah. Okay. I need to do that.
Yeah, that's a weird
totally
release
forgot about
in the United States. That's going to be an Amazon exclusive.
Is it on Amazon now? I thought it was through PlayAsia only. So now is it on Amazon now?
PlayAsia has the PAL and the Japanese. I don't think they have the ESRB. And then Video Games Plus, they're going to get the ESRB, but they'll only ship to Canada. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Maple syrup eating bastards. How dare you?
Well, that's interesting because we got
bullshit.
games are doing like an exclusive version over here.
What's that?
So there is exclusivity to it.
Okay. Yeah, because I haven't looked up anything with it for a minute from Gun Ho or anything, so I'm out of the loop with it. So
I looked into it and I went, this is going to be hard to get because only one retailer have it. So I'm going to pre-order it just in case like
I don't blame
it
you.
sells out and the prices go above eBay because that's happening now. Like gone are the days of waiting for a game to come out and you just get it like half price 6 months later. It's like, oh, that sold out day one. If you wanted it, you should have pre-ordered it.
Yep. Yeah, that's the same thing with like limited run. If you get stuff through them, once it's gone for the most part. Unless you go now, Easterland. I don't know if you know who they are. Easterland Games. They're like a gaming store online that you can buy games from. They sometimes get overstock from like from there. So I don't know if you were aware of that or not. You can always check there too. I've not bought anything from them like that. I've bought like retro stuff, but they do get like overstock from them. So from what people
I've been using Video Games Plus for all my limited run games for like 3 years now. Haven't missed a single one that I want. They have had like some that drop at like a certain time and sell out in like 2 minutes. But I've been able to get every game that I like looked at and I went, I want that. But I don't want to give Limited Run my money, so I'll give Video Games Plus my money. And then shipping's free. They put it in a box. They don't charge you like all the tax that Limited Run do. So it's actually cheaper to buy Limited Run games through a different retailer, which is crazy, right?
Yeah,
it's like use the third party. It's cheaper.
Yep, the back alleyway.
This is the first time you're on here. I'm obviously familiar with your content, but why don't you? What do you like to collect? Like mostly, why don't you tell everybody like what you've been doing with your collection?
So basically, I like to collect like PS1 games, and then of course I'm also going for a full Wii U set and Dreamcast, but those are mainly loosely. I pick them up if they're pretty cheap. I picked up some Dreamcast games a couple months ago, like 18-wheeler. I picked up Pin. And then one other game I can't fucking remember right now. So I picked up 3, only if they're really cheap. I've got some of the heavies already, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Power Stone 1 and 2. I've also got like Berserk's up there for price. But I fucking hate that goddamn game. That game is so hard, it's ridiculous. Fighting Zod was a pain in the goddamn ass. Have you ever played Berserk before on Dreamcast? Never. Have you actually? Oh my god! You should. That fight alone, dude. I was literally losing my goddamn mind. It took me like a day to beat that fucker. You literally feel like you're playing a Soulsborne game. Since you like Soulsborne games, you would probably be into it.
Well, I really want to laugh at that because I was going to talk about a game later on that's got Berserk in the name that I'm playing right now, and it's kicking my ass. So I think that's really funny.
Yeah, but Berserk is really, I like the anime a lot. The 97 anime, not that shit.
One.
Yeah, 97, not 2016 bullshit with the clang, clang, boom, boom with the fucking pots and pans or whatever the hell they're doing with that animation bullshit. Yeah,
so I've never seen that one. Yeah. And I thought about buying it on Blu-ray a few times, but it's kind of expensive and everyone says it sucks. So I'm like,
Is that the one where the author passed away like 2 years ago?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, okay. That's why it's so expensive.
Berserk is like the inspiration for Dark Souls. Like that.
It's fucked up. I'll forewarn you right now. I don't know if do you two actually like anime or anything? I know this is
I don't watch it, but I like play anime games. So
okay.
I really like the video games.
So I do, but I'm very casual compared to like real anime fans.
Gotcha.
So like I know like the big hits. Like but I don't know the deep cuts. Let's put it that way.
I gotcha. Yeah, I like to watch anime. That's another thing I like to do. Also collect some anime like DBZ, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Sailor Moon, Monsters, another one I like. I'm all across the spectrum. One Piece can suck ass. It's awful. I will say it on here. It is. I watched 200 episodes. I'm not gonna watch any more of that bullshit. I don't watch anything
that's like one that are like there's 3,000. I'm like, get out of here.
There's over 1,000. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's not entertainment anymore. That's a job.
It feels like a job trying to watch it. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? When are you gonna find the One Piece? 200 episodes later, they still haven't found it.
So to be fair though, I went through that. My favorite book series is The Wheel of Time. If you ever heard of it,
I have heard of it. Yeah. Yeah,
it's like 13 books, and they're pretty long. They're like 800 to 1,000 pages on most of them. Yeah. And so like, there's so many people in my life. I'm like, you should really read it. It's so good. And then they look at it, they're like, dude, that would take like 2 years. I'm like,
shit.
Yeah, but it's really good. They're like, I don't know about that.
It's an investment.
It is. It's tough to get someone to invest, but
yeah, it is.
That's how I feel about anime specifically.
Yeah.
Like, if I can buy it on DVD or something like that, and it's like less than 50 episodes or something, I'm like, I'm down. I'll watch it. But if it's and I like the movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's me too. I mean, if it's a really long one, if it's really good, then I'll invest my time into it. Like My Hero Academia is like, I think 6 seasons. It was pretty good. Hunter x Hunter was pretty good. But like some are short, like Erased. Erased is again fucked up, kind of like Berserk and Monster is. It's pretty bingeable in a weekend. Some I like shorter ones more because I don't really have a lot of time anymore between doing like this work and everything else. It's just hard to find time to watch any damn thing. But yeah, I collect anime stuff, watch anime. I do have a few manga, but not a lot. I have like Full Metal Alchemist. I love Full Metal Alchemist a lot, especially Brotherhood. And then that's pretty much it. I don't really do anything else minus like, just the nerdy shit. And I do stream. I mean, but I just mainly stream PlayStation stuff. PS1 preferably. I mainly RPGs. I'm a big RPG girl. I just finished Breath of Fire 3 for the first time. I fucking love that game. It is so great. It
4 is really good too.
I like 4. I do like 4, but I have not played 4 since I was young. But I like 3 better. And I ordered Dragon Quarter to try it. People saying I'm gonna regret that, but we'll find out.
It's not the worst game ever, but it's not as good as the others for sure.
I've heard it's different. Not in a good way.
The PS2 had a lot of games like that were a departure from the old PS1 days.
Right. Yeah,
some of them are good. Some of them are interesting.
Yeah, it's like, for example, how you have Brave Fencer Musashi on the PS1 Classic. A lot of people know what that is. I like Brave Fencer Musashi, but there's a sequel that I've not played, but it's supposed to not hold up. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. And same thing with Legend of Legaia on PS1. You have that. Then you have Dual Saga on PS2. I played that first, and then I played the first one. I'm like, holy shit, the first one's way better than the second one. What the fuck? So sometimes that happens. So it just depends. Sometimes sequels can be better than the first one, though. One that comes to mind would be Dark Cloud 2. That one I've always liked.
No way. No, Dark Cloud's the best RPG.
I like the second one better. I like Dark Cloud. I do, but I like Dark Cloud 2 more. I like Maximilian, Monica. I don't like having to deal with like fucking Steve though, and that fucking speeder bullshit, that fucking golf shit. That's a pain in the ass. But I like the second one more. I don't know. I have an emotional attachment to it too, so that's probably a little bit biased. I don't mean to say that, but I played the first one before.
Yeah, one's my nostalgic, like my favorite game of all time on the PS2. It's Dark Cloud because I played it when I was like 10 years old, and me and my brother beat it without the internet. It was like it was a moment for us. You know, we got stuck on the water level for like a year and a half.
Yeah,
we didn't know what to do, and we were little kids.
That sounds like me whenever I played Resident Evil 3 for the first time. I remember when Dad bought it. He still doesn't remember where the hell he got it from. I actually still have that copy that he bought us. And I was stuck on that fucking water sample puzzle forever until I finally figured out how to do it. I'm like, how the fuck do I do that? It was always the most difficult one for me. It's my favorite Resident Evil game too. Same thing with like Dino Crisis with that stupid pipe puzzle. I hate that bullshit. It seems straightforward, but it's not. It was a pain in the ass to deal with that too. I love survival horror just as much as RPGs. It's probably my second favorite genre. Are those? I
actually got Dark Cloud 2 on my console right now. Digitally downloaded the PS4 version, and it's sitting there to play. Like I rarely keep many games on my PS5 because you can only store so many. I've got like 3 installed, and if they're installed, I'm going to play it. Dark Cloud 2 is sitting there waiting for me to like commit to, because I've only ever played it to like the first dungeon to get the first mech, and then I just sort of stopped. So I really want to like fully give it a chance, because I like went back and got the platinum trophy for Dark Cloud. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah,
my brother, who's not that big into gaming, I got him to download it, and he went through and didn't just get the trophies, went through and got every sword like max level, did the 100 dungeons at the end.
Damn.
It's like calling me on the phone after he was playing, like talking about it.
I love that. You should play Dark Cloud 2 and let me know what you think of it after you do.
I will be soon. It's just there's so many games coming out right now. It's
I know. It's hard to pick and choose what you want to play. I get like that too. Honestly, the last new gen game I played was technically, I think, Silent Hill 2 remake, and I've only beaten it once. And that's it. I liked it. I gave it a 7 out of 10 though. I like the original way better than the remake. They just did some things I did not like. So I wasn't really too happy with how they did the direction with Pyramid Head. I'm a big Pyramid Head. Well, you can tell he's right here behind me, the plushie. That's Robbie and him behind here. So, yeah, huge fan of that series.
Dude, I might be able to show you on a game I've been playing. So it was my birthday this week, so I went and bought myself a brand new game, which I don't usually buy them at full price to play. But I'm just going to go out and buy a brand new game, look good online. So this is called The First Berserker Kazan. So this is a Souls-like. So it's a Souls-like. It uses anime style, and the graphics are absolutely beautiful. Now, this is like the best non-Souls game I've played since like Liza P or like Black Myth Wukong or something. Like this is up there with them. It's so good. It's really hard. Like it's absolutely kicking my ass. I'm talking like the first boss took me like 15 attempts, like 20 attempts at the second boss.
God damn, you're better than me.
That was the tutorial boss. It's kicking my ass. But it's got some things that I really love about the game that Dark Souls doesn't do. So, for one, if you verse a boss and you die, your souls are outside the boss room. But you also get like souls for fighting the boss. So the further you say you get to phase 2, it'll give you souls for that. Like you've fought a bunch of enemies. So you can grind the boss. Like you can grind the boss and get better at it. So it takes away the whole like, oh, I lost to the boss. I don't want to play anymore. You get through 3/4. You're like, sweet, I've almost leveled up for doing that. And now I can beat this guy because I almost beat him. So it gives you that like, let's keep going.
I like that. That actually sounds a lot better. Because
it's cool, right? Liza P kind of did that, but they didn't have the extra part to it. And then there's another aspect, which I think is amazing. So in Souls, right, sometimes you can summon NPCs to like help you in boss fights. Yeah. So this game's got a summoning system, but the way it works is the person you summon, you actually create that character. You like got to unlock different characters to use, and you level up that character. So you've got to grind to level up the guy that comes in and helps you with the boss fights. So the first time I did it, I'm like, this guy just died like one hit. What's the point? I found out you actually have to like level him up. So I'm like, that's a cool concept. It just takes away things that
Yeah.
Dark Souls haven't done before and added it. Amazing, absolutely fantastic. Like, it is, if From Software didn't exist, this is like top 3 in the genre. But unfortunately, they exist. So yeah,
I
I'm
have to
loving
see.
it right
I've
now.
never seen that before. Was it released here in the States or was it?
It came out
exclusive?
like 5 days ago. It's pretty new.
Okay, so that's probably why I haven't heard of it yet. I'm still trying to catch up on my gaming like news and all that shit. So I'll check it out.
You're still
I
looking
have
for the
to.
PS1 games. That's what really matters.
I
Too
know, I
busy.
know. I think I still have, I want to say 4 more left to get for the PlayStation Priority for April. I think NBA Hang Time's one. That game's like $50 fucking dollars. I'm like, why the fuck are you $50 bucks?
Is that like the kind of like NBA Jam?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, sort of. I'm pretty sure it's kind of like that. I've mostly been focusing on like the sports stuff mainly to get it out of the way. Basically just the filler stuff. And I typically buy like one big heavy a year or maybe 2. Like last year I bought Trombone. That because you don't see Trombone. Trombone's rare. And I got it for $315. I'm like, sold. I'll take it. It works great. So that was my big one for last year.
Dude, I've talked about this. I had this insanely large trade that I did a long time ago, and I got like a lot of amazing stuff. No regrets. It was insane. But the guy had Tronbon and he had Brigandine too. And he was like, "Do you want these?" And they were he wanted at the time like 100 a piece or something like that. And I was like, I can't. That's too much for a PlayStation 1 game. This was pre-COVID. This is like 2015, 16.
No regrets.
When $100 for a PS1 game was madness back then. It was madness. That was very expensive. So I was just like, no thanks. I'll pass on those. And now I'm just like, I can't believe
I should have got it.
I can't believe I passed on Tronbon. Like Brigandine, I don't care about as much because I don't want to play that shit. Like it's like a strategy RPG and it looks all right, but it's just not my cup of tea.
Trombone is actually a little bit different than that. So it's like 3
Trombone's
games.
like a Mega Man Legends
it's like
type
an
thing.
RPG, like adventure game, and then it's like another thing. So it's like a different like take on it. It's not like Mega Man Legends. It's like its own thing, but it's still really fun. I've played it like up until a certain point, but there's some levels that are a pain in the ass, especially whenever you have to do like the puzzle type. Puzzle's what I was thinking of, like the puzzle type area. They're annoying as hell, especially when the little robots. But shut the fuck up! I don't want to hear your bullshit. So, but yeah, it's like a 3-in-1. So it's not bad. I don't like, speaking of tactical RPGs, I fucking hate those. I do not like tactical RPGs. I have tried to get into
no one, Joe. Joe's a fan. Joe
Everybody
loves
hates
I'm sorry, Joe. I don't like tactical RPGs. They bore the fuck out of me.
It's literally like the nerdiest thing I've been to. I really like them. They're like, it's really nerdy. It's like,
I know.
moving like little pieces around and weaknesses
like
and ranges and it's like but it is satisfying. Like I said, I like games that make me think a lot. Like I'm not into like just super easy games. Like I just like I said, if it's a movie game or story game, sure, I'm cool for a chill time when I'm in the mood for that. But I prefer things that are like thought-provoking, and those games can be very thought-provoking. The only thing I hate about them is if you lose, the fights take like an hour, and it really sucks when you play for like an hour and then you lose. It's like, oh man, I have to do that all over again, and I just and it's fun. Like as a kid growing up, I had the patience to do that. I could just start over and hammer it out, play it all day over and over. But nowadays, I'm like a cranky old man. If I play for an hour and I die, I'm like, fuck this. I'm playing something else. Like
I've done that. I'm fucking done. Let's play some Animal Crossing.
Anything.
My game at
not even die. Like the game freezes or glitches out, and you're like, that the last save was like an hour and a half ago. It's just like
I've done that. And
I'm not playing anymore.
Too. I'm a dumbass. I've done that in RPGs. I forgot to fucking save after 2 or 3 hours. I'm like, you motherfucker! I cannot believe that. My chat's like, save. I'm like, I did. I'm like, no, I didn't. Oh my god.
There's nothing I hate more than like redoing a section I've already done. I can't stand this. It's like I could be doing anything right now. I'm redoing the mission I did last night.
It's like, fuck, I don't want to do this shit again. It took me forever to do already.
That is one thing about modern gaming that I do enjoy is like in modern gaming, you could like just walk away from your console and forget about it, and it'll just like save your game, turn it off, and then you come back 2 days later, put you right where you were, everything's fine. Old games, nah, dude, that ain't how it
Nope.
works. Old games, you'd be like in a dungeon, and your mom would be like, "We're leaving," and you'd be like, "But I'm 45 minutes in, and I don't know where the save point is. Can you just wait?" And they're like, "No, we're going to grandma's. Get the fuck in the car." And you're like, "Please, I just need 5 minutes." No. And then she comes in, shuts it off, calls your PlayStation a stupid Nintendo. She said, "I don't care about the Nintendo." Dude, that's my mom called it Nintendo. I used to always laugh that. Not Nintendo, it was Nintendo, the Nintendo.
Oh my god!
And that was what all of the game systems were called throughout my entire life.
Yeah,
my
I've heard
PlayStation
Nintendo
5 would
too.
be a Nintendo to her. Nothing has changed.
Yeah,
Nintendo guy, that Joe.
Yeah. That
Or
Nintendo.
like you're playing a Game Boy game and the battery dies and you haven't saved it yet.
Oh fuck that shit! Oh my god! Or if your save battery craps out. Oh my god.
My mom got me and my brother a Super Nintendo because like to piss off my dad or something, you know what I mean? Like my parents were divorced, so it was like everything was about pissing each other off.
Boat with mine.
And so she bought it for us and then spent her whole life telling us not to use it and complaining. Like, why you guys always on that? I'm like, you bought me this and you gave me Final Fantasy 3. What do you expect? Do you know what do you know what you've done? I'm gonna sit here with Final Fantasy 3 for like 100 hours.
It's gonna be an addict for life.
Yeah, like you can give me Link to the Past and then tell me to go outside and play. I'm like, no.
You bought this for me, Mom. You told me to love you more.
God, it's like the funniest thing. I'm like, why did you buy this for me if you just wanted to yell at me for playing with it?
So, hey, Dad, how you doing?
My dad, he was legit. He knew. My dad was like a gamer.
Same with mine, yeah.
Up until PlayStation 1, actually. Like he had an Atari and he had a Master System and we had a Genesis and we played Nintendo. And like, he was totally on board when the controller had like 2 or 3 buttons, right? But as soon as the PlayStation came out and he was like, there was like L1, R1, R2 for all the he was like, this is just
this is too much.
I'm tapping out.
Yeah.
But he would still he was like a retro gamer before that was a thing. He would still play the Genesis like all the time up until he passed away. He just always played that stuff.
Yeah, sounds like my dad. He still plays PS4. He still games. He doesn't really play like the older stuff anymore. He's still into the more modern stuff, but he's the one that got me into gaming on the 2600. And then we moved up to like NES, Super Nintendo, all that. And he has always been more of a PlayStation guy, though. He's the one that got our first PlayStation 1 for us. Because him and my mom, you know, like I was telling you, they split whenever I was like, I think about 10. So whenever I went down to his house for the summer one year, he had the PlayStation ready. I'm like, yeah. Oh, I was so excited. I remember whenever I played Resident Evil, though, for the first time. That wasn't on PlayStation. It was on N64. It was Resident Evil 2. We rented that shit from Blockbuster whenever I was at my mom's. And me and my brother literally got our asses scared to live in hell when that fucking licker crawled across the screen and then jumped down in front of us. I turned the TV off and ran like a bat out of hell. I'm not petrified of them anymore, but those spiders in Resident Evil still scared the living shit out of me. They literally make me want to piss myself. I don't like them. I will literally shoot with my eyes closed because I'm scared of them. I don't like spiders. I really don't.
I know I've been following you for a while, and I know that people had a little upset with you because you said you weren't a huge Resident Evil 4 fan.
I'm not. Fuck that bullshit.
And I just want to. So I don't know. Maybe me and you had a similar thing. Like I played 1, 2, and 3, and like you, I was like scared of those games. I was like, these games are actually scary, and I feel like I am in an actual horror movie.
Correct.
Like not a good one, like a cheesy one, which is great, which I actually love. But it was like actually scary, and I was uncomfortable, and I thought it was just so good. And when 4 came out, and they made it into like an action game,
get me out.
I was like really disappointed because I was just like, this is not scary anymore. Like there are monsters and I'm shooting them, but I was like, this isn't the same thing. Like, did you ever play Nightmare Creatures on PS1?
I played some of it, but not all of it. But it kind of reminds me more of like Bloodborne. versus like Resident Evil from what little bit I played of
Yeah,
it.
it's like scary. Like there are
It is.
monsters, and
Right.
you're fighting them, and it's and like kind of actiony, but it's not scary. It's like
Right.
playing like Devil May Cry with monsters, or playing.
Yes.
And when I
I
played Resident Evil 4 for the first time, I was like, this is just an actiony game, like some shooting
It
game.
is.
And it's
It is.
not, and it's
It's like
got
eerie
monsters,
with
but
jump scares and things like that, you know.
it wasn't like I don't know, it just didn't hit the same. And like I was like, no, I want my OG tank control, fixed cameras, creepy things, voice act. I want the cheesy voice acting.
The cheesy voice acting.
Yeah,
Jill
I didn't like the change at all. Now
I didn't either.
Going like nowadays, when like with the remake, when I went back and I played, I can appreciate 4 now more for what it is. But like I still am like, it's not scary. So believe it or not, like I liked. Have you played 7 at all? Have you played that?
I have. I played 7. 7 tried to bring back the survival horror aspect that that we grew up with. But the only thing about that, I'm not really a fan of the eat the winners crap and the first person perspective of it. I hated that. I did not like that about 7 and 8. 8 is going in the same track that 4 did.
It is
really
pretty much a remake of 4. That's what
I know. I keep trying to tell people that. I'm like, if you like 8, you're gonna fuck. I mean, if you like 4, you're gonna like fucking 8. And I hated 8. Yeah. I hate it. I played all the numbered titles. I played Resident. I like Survivor. Resident Evil Survivor. It is first person perspective. I think it's more fun than fucking like Resident Evil 7. At least it's still creepy. It's got those fucking spiders in it. It literally will make you jump. Literally, piss yourself. It's that like literally stupid scary. It's janky as shit, but it's still better than some of the newer titles that we got. 5 and 6 just tried to copy Resident Evil 4's like the fame or whatever, like in the action sequence. I mean, whenever I played Resident Evil 4 for the first time, it was at launch on GameCube. That's how I initially first played it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Do what? Oh, sorry. I thought you
played on GameCube first as well.
Yeah, I played on GameCube first. And I'm like, oh, new Resident Evil. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I like Leon as a character. Remember, my first Resident Evil was Resident Evil 2. So I like Leon. I do. Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with him. But when it comes to the over-the-shoulder aspect, I didn't care for that for Resident Evil. It only popularized that mechanic. There are other games that have that mechanic before that. People always point that out. I'm like, no, you need to do your research. There's other games that use that mechanic. It just popularized it and it, put a trajectory for a lot of other games to use it, I guess, and make that, we got Dead Space, which Dead Space is creepy in its own right, but I've only played the first one. But the game itself, it is not scary. People's like the Regenerators, they're not fucking scary. They're not. That game feels like a goddamn campy B movie, which I do like stuff like that, but that literally is how it feels. The escort mission bullshit. Ashley Graham is the most annoying fucking character.
Escort missions are the worst type of missions. Like escort missions, anywhere where you gotta have like an NPC follow you. It's just like no.
Yeah, it's like Leon, help! Shut up! I don't want to hear the bullshit.
I think 5 and 6. So for the when 5 and 6 came out, everyone was like trying to copy Call of Duty and Battlefield and be one of those because every game like for 5 years was like a first person shooter. So it just came out at the wrong time.
Here's the thing too, so 1, 2, and 3 is like you are very underpowered. There's no ammo. There's like 3 healing herbs, and if you fuck around, you're gonna run out of bullets. You're gonna run out of healing. You're gonna be screwed. So like it feels like the stakes are higher, and the controls, even though everyone hates them, the old tank controls, but like it makes you feel like panic because you have to be careful and precise with your aim, and you want to shoot them in the head, and you have to it's because you're a little underpowered, and because it's like I don't know, it makes it so much more intense. When you're just running around, you can do dodge rolls and shoot people and kick them, and then the bullets always seem to drop when you need them. And like when it's just the game is a lot more palatable like that. It takes away that anxiety from the original games have. But like I think that's like a weird. I think modern gamers don't want that. They do not want anything
30 bullets to finish the level
challenge. Most people they want it to just be an easy, fun, campy experience, unless you're into Dark Souls stuff, and then you're
and then you're gonna get your ass grinded into for a few hours, which I love. I'm a glutton for punishment. What can I say? Fuck you,
But-
Lawrence.
I think that those games, the Dark Soul games, all that they did was recapture that element for people that were into harder games from the past.
Right.
And like a lot of developers, they have this new like, we want the game to be for everyone, that attitude. So everything's fucking nerfed and has like arm swimmies when you're in the pool. Like everything's like baby mode.
We have to put a story mode in the game so everyone can play it.
Oh
Everyone
god,
needs
they
to
still say
enjoy
that.
this experience.
We need
We
Dark
want
Souls
money.
to have blah, blah, blah.
I'm yet to meet someone who's like played through a AAA game only on story mode. Like, is anyone out there doing that? Like,
Yeah, the journalists. Yeah, the people who write about our video games.
journalists.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Yeah, those they are. Not all of them,
Imagine.
but most of them. So
Mhm. I agree with you on Resident Evil though, because the tank controls give it more of like you don't have full control of your character, and
yeah,
you
so
basically
panic when them
have
dogs
that.
are running around.
Right, exactly. I fucking hate those goddamn dogs in 2. Dogs
Mm-hmm.
in Resident Evil are a pain in the goddamn ass. They're
Well,
so
that-
annoying.
Eventually, if you play enough Resident Evil, you realize your best course of action is just to fucking run. Just run.
Exactly,
Get the
that
hell
too.
out of there. Save your bullets. Save your health. Just
Yeah, because
just
you never know what the
freaking
fuck's gonna
run
be
and
there.
hope you don't have to go in that hallway again. That's
Right.
the real strategy.
True.
That's funny because after playing Dark Souls for a long time, running is also the best strategy.
Yeah, you just don't engage.
Yeah.
Just run naked. That's how you beat the game.
Go poke with a torch. I wish I was that fucking good. I'm not. Goddamn. I don't see how the fuck they do that. It amazes me how these people can literally just beat it with nothing. More power to them. They are fucking gods in my book. They really are.
So I've gone through DG and I did Dark Souls. It's level 1 and I finished the game on level 1.
My God.
One of my best achievements. It wasn't as hard as you think. Like it was actually harder for me to beat the game the first time than go through and beat it on level 1.
There was
Really?
wasn't there some
That's
dude
impressive.
recently who beat every Souls game without getting hit.
I
I'm
think so.
pretty sure some dude beat
Yeah,
every
he
game
did-
start to finish.
He did
without getting
7.
hit once.
So it wasn't just every Souls game. It was Sekiro, Bloodborne, and there was
Yeah,
something else.
all the From
included in there.
Software games, he did like all of them.
Hmm.
No, he did it on level 1. He did it on level 1 as well, all without getting hit on level 1. That was the thing he did. Because this got beat a couple of years ago while leveling. So now he did it on level 1. His name's Dino. I've been watching him for years. Crazy dude.
Yeah.
See, I don't worry about that. Like that's impressive, but like I don't care if I'm that good. It doesn't bother me. It's like I'm really into the shmups too, like shoot 'em ups. I watch-
All shoot 'em ups. Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
I don't play them as much.
Well, they require like a lot of dedication and practice.
They
if you
do,
really
they
wanna
do.
get it. Yeah, and so like I watch videos of these guys who like beat the entire game on super ultra mega hard mode, which I've never even
Right.
tried. I'm always playing on like the one before that, like almost super hard. Like I play on the
Right.
second highest difficulty, and I'm happy if I beat that shit. And that will probably take me 6 months, and these guys will figure out how to beat the whole game in like a week, and I'm just like, whatever. That's great for them. But I ain't mad. I don't care. I'm still
Yeah.
enjoying myself. I'm having fun playing
Right.
in my
Pace
third hard
yourself.
difficulty, and I
Yeah.
still feel quite satisfied when I beat it after 6 months of attempts.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't need to be a professional. I just want to have a good time.
Yeah,
Hey,
same.
while we're on the topic of completing achievements, did you guys hear that like one of the hardest ever achievements in video games is just done? It was 200% mode on Through the Fire and the Flames on Guitar Hero.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
God
like,
damn
100%.
it. No.
And the dude took like, he's been grinding this for like 19 years. And in the video, his hand disappears at points because he's clicking that hard that like his fingers go invisible. It is insane. Insane.
Lord.
There's really good videos out there covering it. So definitely check it out.
I have to see that finger action in action.
And then the strumming hand like this. I'll see if I can pull a clip up actually. It's so good. It's so good.
it
Oh,
is,
that's
but it's also like I said, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, this dude like sat here for months doing this, right? Like, it was
Yeah, he's
like,
streaming to thousands of people, so at least
Sure.
he's getting paid for it these days.
but like, I always say to myself, and this is a lie, I'm like, if I spent as much time as this fella then I could do that too, which is a lie. I couldn't,
Yeah.
but I could just tell myself that. The reason that I can't do that is just I'm not willing to invest 1,000 hours into it.
That's a lot of damn time to invest in something. I mean, I've invested like, I'm pretty sure across the board for like multiple games, but not just one game in particular. Holy shit. Wow.
I'm just going to pull up the clip for a second. I won't even play sound. I'll just show you guys his hand movements because it's absolutely
All right,
insane.
I got to see this.
I just love his eyes.
Playing.
Like, look
Yeah,
at him.
the
He's
eyes.
not,
So
that
locked
guy
in.
is not conscious right now.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's wicked laggy. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there he goes.
They go invisible. His fingers are invisible.
Like he's not blinking.
Yeah,
There
no
are no-
blinking. Look at the eyes.
There are
No
no
blinking.
spots.
Yes!
Oh my fucking god! He's totally in there. His hand movements are so fucking impressive, man. Wow! Let's go.
Dude.
Damn, man.
He's like, he can get back to his life now.
Oh my god, that's fucking amazing. I'm not that goddamn good at Guitar Hero. I wish.
People do not. I don't know if those people realize how much dedication rhythm games really take. Like a lot of people are like, oh, rhythm games, those are lame. I'm like, no, man, they're like the most hardcore games there are, dude. They're insane.
Yeah.
Like some of that shit is amazing, dude.
Just
I love
investing like thousands of hours into a certain game can be really rewarding once you get to like the top levels. I've done it in a few games, and I'm currently like 2 years into playing GeoGuessr, and I'm at the like top 200 players in the world. And it's so satisfying being able to do certain things in the game now that like other people just can't do it. It looks like magic, and I can stream it on Twitch and people like to watch it and different things like that. But it's one of those things, like I've invested years to get to this point. And it's like, if I stop playing, you lose all that progress. You gotta like continue playing this game.
Right.
So DeeGee, what in particular made you like PS1 so much? Is it just nostalgia that is there something about it in your life? Like why did you decide to go for a full PS1 set? I'm just curious.
I've been just doing it for about 4 years now. I used to just collect stuff I liked or stuff I found interesting, like we all do. But as time went on, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it because for years I've been contemplating on doing it anyway, but I just never jumped on it, I guess, until finally I'm like, you know what? I'm in my 30s. Screw it. I'm going to do it. Now, nostalgia does play a role with PlayStation because, like I said, my dad is the first one that got me a PlayStation 1. And, of course, he got me started into some of my favorite genres like survival horror and fighters. Not RPGs. I'm the only one in my family that likes those. So, I don't know. I just picked that up myself. But RPGs is another reason why I like the PlayStation 1 because I feel like it's literally one of the golden eras of RPGs because there's so many great ones. There's Rhapsody Musical Adventure. I know that's a tactical RPG. That's one of the few I do like.
Everybody likes them. They just don't like all
One
of
of the few. There's the Breath of Fire games, the Lunar games, Legend of Dragoon, which is my favorite PS1, I was about to say, pleasing game of all time, PlayStation game of all time.
Chrono Trigger, all the Final Fantasy.
Is my favorite game. It is my favorite game of all time, but PS1 goes to Legend of Dragoon because I don't feel like it's fair to count the port of that as my favorite game where I originally played it on Super Nintendo, which I still have my copy back there. So it's mainly just those things encompassed. And plus, I get to experience stuff I never got to play whenever I was younger because I missed out on a lot of stuff. I missed out on Thousand Arms. I missed out on, like I said,
That's
Legend of
expensive
Gaia.
now.
It
That's
is
one of
so.
the few RPGs
Yeah,
that
Thousand
go
Arms is
on.
fucking outrageous. It was like $150, and I think I paid around market for it. I want to say. I could be wrong. The Lunar games are expensive too with the big box sets. I've got those. Collecting is expensive, but I allocate my funds. I'm like, okay, I have this much to spend this month on games. I'm going to get this, and this, and then that'll be it. Unless there's a sale, I'm like, okay, can I do it? Sure. It's like with Trombone last year. I was already done, and then I saw it last minute after I had checked out. I'm like, oh fuck. So I had to calculate in my head, can I do it? And I could. So, and they gave me a deal anyway on it anyway. I think they wanted like $350 on it. They gave it to me for $315. So they
Nice,
gave me
that's
a
all
deal
right.
on it. Yeah, they were really Game Junkies is a great place. That's actually a couple hours from me. I've actually done videos on their store before. They're really tiny stores, but they've got some of the coolest shit I've ever seen. They have like a PSX in the box, a Panasonic Q in the box. They have a lot of rare stuff there. I don't know where the hell the guy gets the stuff he gets, but it's one of the craziest game stores I've ever seen. But it's mainly just because of those factors. That's why I like PlayStation so much. And I'm glad that I decided to go for that. Dreamcast, I didn't have one growing up. I had a buddy of mine had one at his house, and I went to go play that. And the first game I ever played was Power Stone. And
It's
I
incredible.
eventually, in my early 20s, I got my first one, and I've been collecting for it, ever since then. But just casually, I pick up, oh, this looks cool. Oh, I'll get this. Oh, this fucking sucks, but I'm gonna get it anyway. So that system is just one I'll get stuff, over time for. The Wii U, I bought that at launch. I love that thing. It's probably one of my favorite Nintendo systems. It gets shit on so much, but it has some great games, and I liked it, so I'm going for a full set of that one too. So, and plus, it's not a really big library anyway. But hopefully, that answers your question.
That's a
on
pretty
PlayStation.
reasonable one to collect.
Yeah.
DeeGee,
there's
have you got
not-
a number on how many PS1 games you got at the moment?
I think 9. It's over 900 right now. So I want to say
Okay,
905.
so you can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, pretty much. We're getting closer. I'm literally 2/3 of the way.
Yeah,
a
nice.
1,000 is the goal for the year, and I'll hit that. I'm going to be going to Siege this year. Well, it's supposed to be. I'm still waiting to hear back from them.
And that's Southeast
So-
Game Exchange, right?
Yeah, I'll be there. I went to Torg last year. That was my first ever big game convention. I don't normally go to these things because I don't know. I don't mind going to public and looking for games and stuff, but conventions, there's a lot of people there, and I don't know who's gonna come up to me and be weird. So there's always that forethought in the back of my mind. But everybody was chill. Hopefully Siege will be the same way. After Torg, I'm like, I'm gonna go to more, but probably just one a year because it gets expensive.
It is
Especially
expensive.
if you're traveling and everything like that. Yeah, big time.
Yeah, it's about.
And you're also trying to buy games too. So it's like,
Yeah.
my budget is on games, not on flights
Pretty
and accommodation
much.
and everything.
I know, yeah, because hotels and stuff in South Carolina is like $400, like total for the weekend, I believe, is what they were quoting for certain ones, like the
Ouch.
Hilton and stuff. Yeah, it's expensive just for a weekend there. But if you get in, if you're a media guest, they actually give you the pass for free, I believe is what I was told. But I guess that worked the same way with Torg. Whenever they did that too. The thing though with Torg though is that I paid for my ticket, but then I got the media pass, but then it was a VIP. Technically it wasn't VIP, but it was a weekend pass. I'm like, did I have to pay for this initially? I'm like, what the fuck? I was still confused about that, but I guess Siege, you just pick it up and go. That's what I've been told, but I'm still waiting on that one. But yeah, conventions are really expensive. Sometimes you can find deals. It just depends on who's there. I found a shit ton of games last year at Torg. I went away with like 30 some PS1 games from, $5 up to I think the most expensive one I got was probably Vagrant Story. And that was, I did a trade for that one. So that was, he had it marked like 50, I believe, or something like that. And I got it in a trade. So I'm like, hell yeah. So I think my budget was like 2 something. And this year it'll probably be like 3 to 4. Cause I know that Siege is going to be bigger and it's going to be probably a lot more expensive, but I don't know. I could be wrong. So we'll see.
So everybody says, oh, game collecting's so expensive. It's so expensive. It's so expensive. That is true. The heavy hitters are very expensive, but people have to realize too, there is a lot of really affordable PS1 games that are really fun. And it's not that bad. And also like another thing too, that my perspective is drastically changing, because if Switch games are going to be $80, $90, $100, whatever, if we're looking at this new age of gaming where every new game is going to be $90 or something like that, all of a sudden that $150 Thousand Arms doesn't seem that unreasonable anymore at all.
Yeah,
It
no,
doesn't.
I agree with
So
that.
before that would have been like 3 brand new games, $50, $60 games for $150. Now, that's a lot. But now that's just a little bit more expensive than maybe fucking Mario Kart. You know what I'm saying? It's just becoming, what's the price gap getting closer and closer. I'm like, I think I'd rather like skip buying a couple of new games and just buy those holy grails that I've been after forever on PS1. Because that's where I'm at with my PS1 collection. I'm not going for a full set. I just want the full Joe set, which means I want all the expensive games, because it's all half of the games I want, or not all of them, but The good games are expensive. That's just how it goes.
They are, especially
Yeah.
RPGs and survival horror. They're normally the two that can get pretty expensive. Galarians is like sitting at like 80 to 85. I've got that
Mhm.
one.
Yeah,
I know
that one.
Shadow Tower is going to be expensive as shit. Galarians
that
is
one
by
I need.
Crave Entertainment.
I still need King's Quest 1 and 2,
Yeah.
and I need Shadow Tower. And they're
Yeah, I
very
don't have Shadow
expensive, and they're
Tower
kind
yet.
of
Rare.
yeah, and
They're from software, so they're just like there's more people that want them that copies that exist, unfortunately, and that's just how
Yeah,
it
that
is.
is true.
And I've
That's like-
played them, so I'm like, it's not like they were like life changing. They're good, but like Shadow Tower, like they're pretty rudimentary, and the controls. These games are like pre-analog sticks. These are
Right.
like, you know what I mean? Back when they were just LR up and down and stuff.
Yeah,
So
it's like
pretty awkward at first to get used to. So
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's hard to
At least
play
North America, like full set collecting for the PS1 is actually a thing. In the Power region, we had this company, Octavio, stop it. We had this company called Phoenix Games, which is the most amazing games in the world. They put out like shit games that didn't sell. But unfortunately, Phoenix Games on PS1 are the most expensive games.
Huh.
So you're talking like the most expensive game for the Power region is Cindy's Fashion World, which is like £2,000.
What the hell is that? Like a fashion show?
Yeah, exactly. It was like a Barbie spin-off that didn't sell. And then it's like truck racing and all these games that you never look at. They're all like hundreds of pounds because of this one company, Phoenix Games. So my PS1 I've never considered a full set because I collect Power. So like I got my Holy Grails done. I did Castlevania, which over here is like a $500
It's
game.
expensive, yeah.
Suikoden, which is another like $500 game. King's Quest I never got.
Wow.
Because it's just not just expensive, impossible to find. So like I had a list of like my grails for PS1 and I knocked out almost every one. There's like 3 left, which I'm just waiting for a friend in the UK and teeing up for the right time to buy it. Because I can buy games in the UK for like half the price of Australia and they're exactly the same for the PS1. They play in English, blah, blah, blah.
You have Legend Dragoon, right?
We have Legend of the Dragoon. It's like a $300 game over here.
I noticed that. That's I actually have the Japanese import, and then the NTSC. I have like 3 copies of it, 2 Black Label, and then Greatest Hits. But I have not got the PAL one yet because it's that damn expensive. I'm like, holy shit.
It would be cheap with me to just buy a North American system and buy like all the RPGs that way. But unfortunately, I like to collect my region and things like that. Yeah, it's just one of those things. But it's crazy. The PS1 it's like 2 different libraries. Like there'll be a game over here that's $5. It'll be $100 in the US, and vice versa.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Futurama for the PS2, right? It's a $10 game over here.
Yeah, it's like what 150 over here or something like
more
that.
Than
More.
Wow, right?
Really expensive now.
Damn.
How could the same game be like, you can buy a console and the game cheaper than the game at that point?
That's ridiculous. I mean, some games are worth it, but some games are not worth it. It just depends on what it is. It's just, I don't know. The rarity, the print, all that factors into that with the pricing. So.
Well, all I know is, like I said, these games being so expensive that when they're new, it's good. Like there are a lot of PS2 games that are in the like $60 to $80 ballpark that I've been like putting off because I'm like, that's kind of a lot to spend on a. But now that's cheaper than the new games, and I'm like, well, I might as well pick up all the PS2 games that I've been putting off and get them now because they're only going to get more expensive as time goes on anyway.
Yep,
and
I agree with that.
Also, like I love PS1 and PS2 and PSP, and I like these games just because like the experience is so much better because this was back when game companies and games themselves there was no like nefarious practices. It was just, here's the game, here's the whole game, you buy it, you own it, you play it, you finish it, it works from start to finish, no DLC, no microtransactions, no deluxe edition, first edition, game of the year edition, complete none. I mean, there's just some, there were some stuff with like greatest hits copies would have an extra thing here and there. So there are some things, but like for the most part, the experience is just so much more like pleasant.
And one thing you missed, Joe, is back in 15 years ago, we used to have game testers. who would test these games before
We
they
don't have
came
to
out. We don't have game testers anymore. You know who
I
the
hate
game testers are? People that pre-order the deluxe edition to play 7 days early. You're the game tester now. You'll post on Reddit complaining that level 4 doesn't work. The dev's fixing the game based on that. Like you're paying to be a game tester today. It's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If
I
you're
miss
an
those.
early adopter on the new games, you get punished because you're paying top dollar. You're paying the most expensive it's going to be, and you're getting the most unfinished, unpolished, worst version of the game that's going to exist. For example,
Right.
this new Mario Kart, I am like, I don't even know. Like, I'm considering getting. I'm going to order a new Switch too. Like, for all my bitching and moaning and complaining, I'm definitely getting one. Just the backwards compatibility alone is a selling point for me. Where I'm
Have
like,
you pre-ordered one yet, Joe?
we can't pre-order till April 9th here.
Like I pre-ordered mine because they were up, and I'm like, I
Yeah,
wasn't
but
gonna do
EB
it.
Games is taking
I looked at the
pre-orders.
website and it was available. I'm like, fuck it.
Hey, if you can
Do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I thought to myself, look, I'm not going to pay eBay prices. I'm going to pay retail. I'll get it before Bloodborne 2 comes out, and if I can do that, I will. I may even sell my Switch on eBay and get $400 for it or something. So that way, the Switch is only going to cost me a bit.
Right.
I just
See what happens.
But my point is like, so if I get it, I'm thinking I am going to get the $50 digital bundle. I don't think I'm going to buy the game physically, because if I buy the game physically, first of all, it's like 80 instead of 50. So it's more expensive. And I already know that game that's going to be the worst version of the game. And they're going to have DLC, and they'll probably do the expansion pack upgrades like they did with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And they'll probably keep adding content. And 4 or 5 years down the road, they'll release Mario Kart World with all the levels and all the things, and that there'll be a better version of that game that comes out. And if not, then I might as well have the digital anyway, because it's all DLC anyway. That's not going to be on the cart. So like, I hate modern fucking collecting. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm just like so over it, dude. I'm like, I just want to. I'm gonna go back and start buying more old games again, because I don't get mad.
I think there's two ways
I'm
to
the
look
same
at it.
way.
Like there is that whole like shit news side, but there is some cool stuff. Like the Suikoden remakes coming out on discs, the Lunar collection coming out. Like companies like, I hate to give them credit because they're assholes. Limited run games do a lot of cool stuff,
They do.
Low
yeah.
print companies bring out games that we want. AAA companies right now aren't for collectors. They're for gamers. They don't care that the product's on the discs or not. It is what it is. I've kind of got to the point to accept that some games I buy to play, some games are for the collection. And, the ones I buy to play, I should be reselling them after I play, because there's no point holding a game that isn't on the disc anymore. It's like, it may as well just be a download code,
Yeah.
So I was pleasantly surprised at how many people were bitching on social media about the game key cards that didn't have the games. So first of all, this is funny to me because I feel like these people have noticed for the first time in their life that that's a thing. And I'm like, this has been going on for years. I have been bitching and moaning about shitty physical releases for years, whether they're crappy versions that are broken with bugs, or the game requires the internet, or it requires a download. It's not even complete on the disc. Like, I bitch about, I've been going up for ham for years, and like it seems to be like I'm like, a guy in a room in a rubber suit, like, hey, nobody listens. Like, I feel crazy. But now all of a sudden, everyone online is like, wait a second, are you saying that they're selling cartridges that don't have the game on them? I'm like, yes, this has been going on for years, for the discs, for the games. It's been pissing me off. And like all of a sudden, like people seem to have noticed. So maybe there will be an actual, like, I don't know, change in attitude in the gaming community, at least in the physical collecting people, where people start to care more. And like,
hopefully,
them labeling it a game key card, I think is like, it's like, what am I trying to say? It's like a warning label now.
Pretty
that
much.
people will know. And like, I will not buy any of those. There will be 0 game key cards in my collection ever. There will never be one. Like, I will never own one. And I hope that people who release these AAA companies that are releasing on the Switch too, they'll be like, man, our sales on the physical suck. And I'm like, yeah, it's because nobody wants this stupid crap. And, just don't do it, or release a real physical. Stop being so cheap. Like,
Yeah, really.
why?
It's
It's
all about
just
the cuts.
saving money. That's all it is.
Yeah, cuts money. That's all they want in this day and age. AAA companies, the profit, whatever they can do for profit anymore. It's like they stop caring. I remember whenever we would get like demo discs, and I remember how they would go behind the scenes and talk to people that actually, the game testers, like Figsy mentioned, and like people that actually made the games. They actually gave a shit about what we thought. They even had one. I don't know if y'all have ever seen like the jam packs or underground stuff. There was even a segment in one of the jam packs that I have that literally said, "Tell us how we suck." That's literally what they said. And I'm like, why can't we have that anymore? Everyone is so offended whenever you say something bad about a game anymore. It's just, we can't have an opinion.
Because everything has to be perfect because it's on social media.
I know.
And someone
And I
might look
hate
at that. And
I hate that. But back in the 90s and 2000s and hell, even the 80s, they actually gave a damn. But now it's just about profit. No one cares anymore. But I think indie developers care more than AAA companies in this day.
I agree. There's so much more soul and passion and uniqueness and emotion and creativity in the indie game scene. And AAA games are like, it's a total.
There are some studios that deserve a shout out, like Larian Games. They released Baldur's Gate 3 digital only. And then a year later, made a physical, beautiful version of everything on the disc complete.
Yep.
Like, they're ticking every single box.
We're one of the
Game of the Year. They won Game of the Year. Everyone listen up. If you want to win Game of the Year, you should do what they did.
Yeah.
Don't release a broken fucking game. Release it digitally first. If it sells great, sweet. Let's get this physical out and it's on there. People can preserve it, own it forever. One thing I did want to touch on with the Switch that I think is a positive is you can play multiplayer with one game on 4 Switches. Like, one person owns the game, 3 friends can play. I think that's really cool. And it works with the original Switches as well.
Yeah.
So, Joe gets the game, I can play it because Joe owns the game and we're friends. Blah, blah,
Only
blah.
if I share it with you, though. No, there are some. I don't want to be all negative. The GameCube announcement was cool too, and I do like the idea of being able to play online GameCube with my friends. That's cool. It'd be cool to play Mario Kart Double Dash online with my friends. It'd be cool to play Mario Party 7 online with my friends. They've only announced a few games, but that's cool. I think our Soul Calibur online, that's neat, right? Because you couldn't go online on GameCube, right? They never had a thing for that, right? Am I not crazy on that? They didn't.
Sure.
Right?
No, they did.
PS2,
Maybe,
you did, I think. And PS3,
if you did, it would have been
actually
like
did,
0.1% of people doing it.
Yeah, GameCube didn't they have Phantasy Star for
Fantasy Star
GameCube?
Online.
Okay,
Yeah.
You're right.
Or was that Dreamcast? Was it Dreamcast?
It was a lot more than 0.1% then.
I don't fucking
Fantasy
remember.
Star
I
Online
know.
2.
I think it did have the
Okay.
online capability, but I don't know
Yeah.
too much about that. So yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe this was back when I don't even know if everybody had internet. This was back in the
Yeah,
old days,
dial up.
yeah. So. But I thought that was neat. I thought it was cool. One thing I did see on the website that made me really pleasantly surprised is, I don't know if you guys saw this, but the Switch 2 does work with your original Joy-Cons and your original Pro controller from Switch 1. And that I was amazed. I was like, Nintendo's gonna let me use my Pro controllers. I don't have to buy new ones. Like, that was amazing.
And the only difference is the audio headset thing for the new one, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
So the new Pro controller has the C button for chat, and it has a headphone jack that you can plug in. And I'm like DG, like, I'm not playing nothing online. I'm not none of that.
Chat Nintendo online if anyone. God.
That C button will only be hit on accident.
Yeah, there's
fucking
no way.
C button. That's it.
I'm not playing Mario Party with Joe. Fuck that. He tells us the stories about how he's lost friendships playing that game. I don't want to play Mario Party with Joe.
I will crush you. I will win.
I will destroy you, Vixie.
I am ruthless. Literally, when I play with my friends, I handicap myself and start off with negative stars, and I still whoop everyone's ass. Yeah.
I'm not down for
That's fun.
that. I want to play Pokemon, Zelda, indies.
Yeah.
We got a new Hollow Knight announcement. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Silk
I've
Song.
never played Hollow Knight. That's one game I've never played. I need to.
It's on my backlist as well. I bought it. Like, I'm going to play this, and almost 10 years later, 5 years later, it's still sitting there.
Yeah, that's about me with a lot of my Switch stuff. I haven't played Triangle Strategy yet, Octopath Traveler 2. Just got too much shit.
Bought both of them to play. Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys too, but I'm always like, next game I'm playing is this game. And then when it's time, that's not what happens.
That happens a lot. I do change my mind a lot,
I play
man.
something else. I'm like,
I generally last week bought Xenoblade to play, and I've since went out and bought this, and I'm not playing Xenoblade. It's sitting there like all the other Xenoblades, just waiting to play.
It'll be there.
I was like, I've had Ease 10 for a while, and I really like those games. And I'm like, I'm going to play Ease Nordic. It's an RPG. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to do it. And then I was just like, I put on and I started playing High on Life, that FPS game. I was like, I guess I just want to actually shoot shit in the face. I don't really want to play that right now.
Right.
I don't know what happens.
I still want to get that. It looks good, but it's like $70 for the PS5.
It's fun. If you want it, but if if you don't like games where like the NPCs talk to you a lot, it may not be your game. Like if you get annoyed by that.
Well, like usually I do, but I heard it's for the humor in this game, so it's part of the charm of it,
It is very funny, but there's this one particular thing, like your gun has like a special shot that's like a charge shot you can only use every 30 seconds or whatever. And so like I don't use it all the time, but if you don't use it, your gun is like, hey man, why don't you do this thing? What's the matter with you? Why don't you ever use it? I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. I will use the damn thing when I want to. Shut up. Like I don't need my fucking controller yelling at me, telling me what to do. Like, it drives me nuts. So you could turn that off and like lower it, but anyway, it is hilarious. It's a fun game, and that's the thing I like about it the most is, like you said, like one of back in the 90s, you could joke around and be offensive, and not this game is very like it doesn't give a fuck. It's just funny, and it's just trying to make you laugh, and it's stupid, and that's the whole point of the game is just to be funny and entertaining. And
sounds like my kind of game.
That's like that's what entertainment used to be, and I don't know what happened in the last 10 years, but for some reason, people who are in the entertainment industry decided that entertainment's like priority number 7. We need to have this, and then we'll worry about being entertaining. And I'm like, okay, that's a terrible strategy. Like, entertainment's voluntary. Nobody has to be here, folks. So if you make your games boring or lecturing or condescending or arrogant, if you make them annoying,
ads in them,
people just won't play them. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like, the business practices being such shit, like have an effect. Like everyone's talking, like Ubisoft, everyone's like, why aren't they doing so good? I'm like, it's years of shitty business practices more than anything. It's season passes and single player games, and everything's downloadable, and you have to buy this and this pack, and this will skip this. Like in the new Assassin's Creed, you can pay to unlock your map so that you can see everything on the map. You can pay money and they'll just unlock it for you. Stuff like that. It's like, you guys do this stuff.
Like, why are there 4 versions of Assassin's Creed to start with? Like, the game just came out. You telling me if I buy the game, I'm not getting everything? Like, I want to buy the game and that's it. The second version should be the DLC that comes out like 6 months later. If the DLC's out day 1, it's not DLC, it's the game. You can't release DLC day 1 and start charging people. Like, fuck off with this shit.
It catches up.
Money. That's it.
Yeah, but it's a temporary thing because eventually you lose your customer base, and then we all start going and buying PS2 games again.
Yep. PS1,
PS2
games, Dreamcast,
because I'm
whatever.
sick of it. And there's a never-ending amount of stuff to collect.
Oh yeah.
Never. Like, I'll never run out of PS1 and PS2 and PS3 and PS4 games, PSP games, PS Vita games, DS games, 3DS games, NES. I'll never run out. Like, I could get into the deep Dreamcast thing. I don't collect that, but I fucking would love to. Let's
There you
go. I love the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast is like this hybrid between the PS1 and the PS2, where it's like
It is.
better than the PS1, but not
It's got
quite
some
as
better
powerful as
graphics,
the
too.
PS2.
But some of the games are better.
They are like Shadow Man. Actually, fuck that game. Fuck that game on PS1. Those controls are janky as fucking hell. Going backward when I'm supposed to go forward. I hate that shit. But the graphics are supposed to be better on Dreamcast. And even N64 looks better than PS1. For that,
correct. Oh the PS1 version of Shadow Man is unplayable. It is that.
It is unplayable. It is ridiculous how stupid that port is. I hate that fucking piece of shit. Never again.
There are a few times
you
I would
tell what
be like, you should get the N64
some games are developed for.
What's that?
You'd really tell what system some games are developed for. Like, imagine playing Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy or Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch. You could tell it's not made for the Switch. You know, there's some games just get ported to that are like, we'll just throw it on there because it'll make money. Good luck.
Yeah. Swish and flick. Oh, it stopped. Damn. Well,
so you guys, do you want to get into pickups? I got a decent.
Yeah, I only got a few this week. But...
Well, hold on. I gotta get them out.
Go first, Figsy, if you only got a few.
All right. So I'll show my big one off. But again, I'll plug this because this is so good. If you're a Souls fan, an anime fan, this is like Lies of P good. It is absolutely amazing. It is hard though. Like it's got two modes, normal and easy. And if you want to get all the trophies, you got to play in normal mode. So I stuck it out in normal mode, and I beat the first boss 15 attempts. I beat the second boss 20 attempts. Third boss, like 30 attempts. I grinded the level. It tells you level 18. I got to level 45, and I still couldn't beat this thing. I finally beat this fucking boss, right? So probably like 40 attempts. It's got a second phase. Fuck this game, man! Fuck this game! So I switched to easy mode, and I'm enjoying it because I don't want to grind for like 50 hours just to. I might replay the game in normal mode afterwards, but I'm now on easy mode. There's another trophies that don't use that summon system that I talked about earlier. I wasn't using it, but I'm now using it because it's kicking my ass, man. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but it's fun hard, you know. We had Sebastian on the show a couple of weeks ago, and he got a couple of games for me that were only released in Germany. So I'm still kind of working on the full PS3 slipcover set. Don't know if it'll ever happen, but we're slowly knocking them out. So who knows? Oh, yeah. So these are German exclusives. So this one is the Dead Space 3 limited edition with the slipcover. Pretty cool.
Ooh, nice. How many PS3 games are there?
What's the bonus? What is it? Bonus includes Watsons?
There's like 1,200 in the set. So the bonus
for iPhone, iPods, and iPod Touch.
You can play Need for Speed Most Wanted, Mass Effect Infiltrator, and Burnout Crash on your iPhone or iPod.
Damn.
They're games that weren't released anywhere else, but they'd be like the iOS version.
That is so cool. I love little
and then the next one is not exciting, but again, it's a slipcover. And that is the Dishonored Game of the Year edition, and it's got the cover changes, which looks cool. Nice.
That's like
a glossy.
Is it like embossed? Can you is it like
texture? Yeah, kind of embossed. You can feel it.
Do you just sometimes sit there at night and rub that thing?
I would.
I just got it. It's got a sticker on it still. I didn't even realize.
You gotta feel all the lumps and the humps.
No, satisfyingly.
Don't rip
it's coming. It's coming.
The whole thing.
The blow dryer. No.
It's coming.
Very slowly but surely.
It's the best when it all comes off in one piece.
Yeah.
When it shreds and oh man,
I hate that.
That's a huge ass sticker, man.
Good Lord, how long is it? What? No, don't answer that.
Impressive. Very nice.
Not a single mark on the game.
Wow.
I love it.
Wow.
Send your games to me and I'll take the stickers off. $5 a sticker. And this came in the mail. Super excited to finally have it because I wasn't paying $300 for it. Paid retail price. The Messenger on PS5.
Oh, that's
Joe's
cool.
been raving about this for like a year now.
It's a Ninja Gaiden clone, but it's
It's been really amazing. It's got all the DLC on the disc. It was
very
selling for like
creative.
$200. It got reprinted, so now the scalpers can sleep with their 40 copies. Shout out to that one dude who like kept bragging he's got like 30 copies of the game. And then it got reprinted. And then the YouTube comments of the one Facebook group were all like tagging this one dude. Oh, the power tools have started. I might mute myself. There's like builders going on outside. But that's all the pickups for the week.
Sweet.
Nice.
DeeGee, you got a pretty good pile. You want to go?
I know I do. Yeah, I can go. I told you. This is not all of them. I'm still waiting on some to come in the mail too. Like I mentioned, I picked up Dragon Quarter, so it's not here yet. That's the one I'm excited to get because after I play Shadow Madness on PS1, another Crave Entertainment great game, by the way, that's kind of under the radar. It's basically a Final Fantasy VII clone. I don't like Final Fantasy VII, but this game is fucking hilarious. Think of like Monty Python meets a game. And if you played like the Monkey Island games, that is another thing I could reference to it. It is over the top and funny as hell with the dialogue in it. So never seen anything like it. Like I said, they don't make them like they used to. Yeah, these are all just mainly sports titles. That's pretty much it. I told you I was trying to get all the sports shit. So
people rag on sports games, but they're like the most popular games, and everybody plays them.
Fun.
And there's a lot of them that I love, and I unashamedly love golf games. I collect the shit out of golf games.
Oh, I suck at golf games, man. I actually tried to play Hot Shots Golf like maybe last year at some point, and I literally suck balls at that. Get in the hole.
I love those games.
Yeah, I like playing hockey games. I think hockey's more fun. I used to watch hockey a long time ago. The Dallas Stars were my team, but I don't watch anymore. It's been a long time since I have. But yeah, bottom of the ninth, 99. There's that one. In the Zone, 99. I think 98's in here too, but it might be in there still. I'm probably still got to clean it. I've already cleaned all these. This is Monster Bass.
Oh, Monster Bass. Okay.
Okay, listen. Fishing games on PS1 are fun as hell, especially if you have the fishing rod controller. And especially if you... Oh my god, dude! Did you know that you can play Soul Blade with the fishing rod controller, just like you can Soul Calibur on
SOLE, like the fish?
Yes, you can do that. I actually beat the actual game with the fishing rod controller for Soul Blade.
That's awesome.
So I got a thing to point out with the PS3 fishing rod controller for Repeller. If you put it together, you can never pull it apart. So if you want to keep it in the box, don't use it. Because once it clicks on, never comes apart.
I'm glad I know that. I don't have that, but I'm glad to know that. Yeah, the only
people in the group that are like, I bought this and I can't fit it in the box. It's like, did you put it together? Yeah, of course. I had to test it out.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks. The only one that I have in the box for a fishing rod controller is the Dreamcast one. And funny enough, I don't really see those too often. I got that at one of the local game stores that I go to. They had like a shit ton of Dreamcast box stuff. But the fishing rod controller for PS1 is a little bit different. It came bundled with Bass Landing, and that's the only way that you can find it like that. And mine I just got by itself, but I've seen it running for Bass Landing for like $50 to $70. I'm like, holy fuck, I already got the game. I don't need it like that. But if I want it complete in box, I got to get it. I like collecting oddware for PS1 too, not just like games. I even have a Barbie controller that's in the blister pack for PS1. So that's actually one of my favorite pickups that I got a few years ago. NFL Game Day, long box. There's a couple long box in here. This one is Triple Play 97. Long box. Yeah, I still got the stickers. Those are going to stay on there. It says subscribe Game Pro free first edition. And then Bases Loaded 96. I got this one. I'm trying to get more long box shit. This is NBA Showtime. Oh, yeah. NBA Showtime. For that one. Madden 97. Big Ol' Bass 2. I'm one more game away from getting all the fishing games. I just need Real Fishing 2, and then I'll have them all.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Is it
full
Real
contact.
Fishing? REEL? It's Real Fishing, right?
Yeah, it's REL Fishing, and then the with the 2, like the number 2, but in the new Roman numeral 2. That's what it goes by. But funny enough, it's not really listed that much online right now. I think there's like 1 or 2 of them I've seen. There's one in a lot of games. I think the guy wants like 17 for the lot on Mercari. I've been watching it. I just haven't grabbed it yet. And then I think there's like maybe 1 on eBay. And that's with that Bass Landing thing that I was mentioning for like $50. I think he has it in the lot too, I think, from what I remember. I just haven't picked it up yet. Yeah,
I'm
NFL
pretty sure there are some fishing games that are expensive and collectible. I'm pretty sure in some system. Like I think isn't there like
probably.
oh God, I want to say a Wii game or Wii U game.
I'm not sure off the top of my head. I don't have any fishing games for Wii U. So my Wii U set,
I could be way off on that. I'm pretty sure there's like one game that's like $60, but I could be wrong. Anyway.
Yeah, I haven't paid anything like that for PS1 for fishing. The only thing that would be equivalent to that would be Bass Landing if you get it in the bundle set with the fishing controller, since it was bundled that way. That would be the one that would be about 50 to 60, but everything else is pretty much like under that. Now, the only one that I just showed, like Big Ol' Bass 2, that one is actually worth about $30. So that one's around the $30 mark.
Pretty
that
good.
one is not really that common, I guess. I'm not really sure. A low print rim, possibly. Now, this one, if you find this greatest hits, you need to get it. It's pretty rare. NFL Blitz 2000. I don't have the greatest hits for that. I probably never will. That one is the one that's going for like $2,000. It's the most
expensive. Is it that much
expensive.
now? Wow.
Yeah, I think so. I think the last I looked for NFL Blitz 2000, I think it was like $2,000 for the greatest hits one. I believe that's the most expensive PS1 game. That's the different variant for that. I've never seen it. I think doesn't the immortal John Hancock have a full collection of greatest hits games for PS1? I think he has that. He probably got it when it was cheap. I don't know if Jason has that one or not. I think he does. I don't know if you know who Game Rave is. He actually has like GameRave.com. He has a full PS1 collection, so he might have it because he likes to collect variants. But yeah, this is not a sports title. Harvest Moon.
Oh, let's go. OG.
Dude, I don't know about like me and Figsy actually like farming games. So
I do too.
People are always like, farming games suck, Sims, blah blah. I'm like, whatever. I like these games.
I love farming simulator games. Back to Nature is really fun. I never played it growing up. Now, Harvest Moon Save the Homeland was always my favorite on PS2. I still have my original copy back there. I spent so many hours playing that game. It's so fun. And I like Animal Crossing too. Animal Crossing is one of my cozy, comfy games. I remember playing that on the GameCube, and I adored it. I have it on the Switch. I have New Horizons. I didn't really like New Horizons as much as the other ones, though. I like the ones on.
What was the old Story of Seasons called before they changed the name? It was on the PS1, 2, 3. It was no, it'll come to me in a second.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Not off the top of my head. I don't know. I know that there's a thing with Story of Seasons that we were just talking about that the other day about the name or whatever with that, but I don't know.
Original Harvest Moon people, they sold Harvest Moon to another company, and Harvest Moon.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And then the Harvest Moon people make Story of Seasons. So Story of Seasons is actually more like
what's Harvest Moon? Okay, I'm thinking of something else.
Oh, okay.
I need to look it up. I played it.
I don't know.
PS1?
Rune Factory.
Oh, Rune Factory.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have that here for PS1. Not Rune Factory, we don't.
No, we didn't get those until later.
Yeah, we didn't get that. Now, Rune Factory's on like the DS and 3DS, I believe we got that, but we didn't get the PS1 version. I've never played Rune Factory before. Heard it's
Rune Factory is good as well. It's very like Animal Crossing, has its own little
more
kind of own things that does it, but they're all kind of has the core like make friendships, collectibles and cool maps. And I played probably like 50 hours of Tides of Destiny on PS3, and you could just play the game forever.
Oh wow!
There's a new Rune Factory coming out. Actually, it looks
is it really?
Yeah.
Now you like to think you like puzzle games. Do you like the Professor Layton series, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
You
fan
do?
of Professor Layton.
Yeah,
Me
I like
too.
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, and I like Professor
I
Layton,
just
and
I just found an actual Miles Edgeworth DS game at Goodwill today for like
nice.
$7. It goes for 25. It's not in this pile. It's still in there. I got to get the damn sticker off. I forgot to bring it in here. But yeah, I found that. I didn't have it anymore. I love anything with Ace Attorney or Professor Layton. They're coming out with a new Professor Layton game too.
Yeah, that's
Or wait,
awesome.
it's not. I know. I'm excited for that. Finally. And Big Slugger. This one's not really, like I said, mostly just sports stuff. NCAA
Hey,
99.
you go for a full set, you gotta get it.
I know you gotta get the sports shit, the
you
filler
gotta get
shit,
it.
all of it. All of
Mhm.
it. And then NBA Live 96. I'm trying to work on my long box game too, man, because there's 104 for the NTSC set. I don't have that many, so I've been kind of slacking on that. Mainly been focusing on the jewel cases. So
I own
trying
4.
to bump it out. Do you?
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, but I have good ones. I have Doom, Twisted Metal, WrestleMania, and Philosoma.
I have Philosoma, but I have it loose because a few years ago, this guy, he was selling some games. He was just trying to get rid of shit. And he's like, hey, I'm going to sell this whole binder to you for $20. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, I just want it gone. I know you collect yada, yada. It had Philosoma in it. It had a copy of LOD. It had a copy of Xenogears. It had a copy of, it had like all kinds of like PS1 and PS2 gold. I'm like, oh my fucking God. It was one of my best
let's
toys
go.
this year. Yeah, I got it.
I got a question for you, DeeGee, on those games. Have you been trying to find the cases for them?
I have been trying to find one for Philosoma, but I cannot find one at all. Like, just it's so hard to find a damn case and manual half the time.
It is. I've had like discs before, and I'm like, I can complete these. One day the case will just show up. No.
Yeah, they don't.
If you get a DS game though, like if you find a DS game, the case will show up. The case will show up without the card. So like, I love piecing games together. Like, I won't collect anything without manuals or things like that, but I'll have a little section that I'll have like incomplete stuff, and maybe this will turn into a complete game one day, and I can keep it. Maybe I'll just sell it. Yeah, I wanted to go back on the sport game thing. I have like a love-hate relationship with sport games because I went for a full PS3 set, so it was like 200 sport games, and I've since gone through and I've sold all the shovelware from my PS3 set. So like I had a full set for a few years, and then I went through and sold shovelware, sold a lot of the sport games because most of them, I imported all the American stuff. So I had all these sport games, sports that I didn't watch, don't pay attention to. Like there was 2 different brands doing baseball games. So I had like 20 baseball games, and I'm not a baseball person. I like 30 basketball games, or like all the football games, and then all the college games, and every soccer game for PES and FIFA, and I sold most of them. But like Joe said, sport games sell. I got all my money back for these games pretty quickly. Some of them even more. Like
most popular games.
They are, they can be.
And then I was amazed that like PS3 in particular, there were like a lot of the rarest games are sports games because they were like made for the team. Like there are all these games that it was like if you were in this place on this one day and just training camp, they gave out 50 copies of this game with this cover from this team, and there's like tons of stuff like that.
It was the first time that games were used outside of gaming. So it'd be like, I'll use an example. It wasn't Bayern Munich. It was it was Borussia Dortmund, a football club in Germany. Part of their membership is you also got a PS3 game, but it was only 500 of them. So the first 500 people to sign up for a membership get the new FIFA, but they get the Borussia Dortmund cover version. And because this club has millions of supporters around the world, this game is like hundreds of dollars, but it's a FIFA game. It's like FIFA 15.
It's stupid. Yeah, some sports games can be fucking expensive as shit. I think there's a soccer game on PS1 that's out like astronomically expensive. I know 2-on-2 Open Ice Challenge for PS1 is a hockey game. That one's pretty expensive. It's like that's 70, $80, 80 bucks.
Oh, okay.
So.
That one's awesome. That's like NBA Jam hockey. It's a fun fucking game. That's one of the games I don't like to talk about too much because I'm like, I want it and I don't want people to know about it. So we're just gonna not.
doesn't exist, guys.
Yeah.
This game sucks.
Did you guys get a PS1 game called International Superstar Soccer?
No, I don't think so. We have
That's the one with
international
Austin Powers?
Alexi something. Yeah, we have Austin Powers pinball.
No,
So we do have that. I've got that one. That one's a cheap one. It's like $5 to $6.
Hmm.
But yeah, the Alexi Soccer one is the international Alexi Soccer one is one I'm thinking of. And then they have like Viva Soccer. That one's actually a little bit expensive. It's like $30. Viva Soccer is. So that's one that stands out. So I haven't been working on the soccer stuff yet. There's still a few more I got to get. I'm mainly focusing on like football, fishing. What was the other one? And then I gotta look at my pile here. Football, fishing, and baseball. That's it. And then
Games are
basketball.
fun when they're cheap. Once you get all the cheap ones and your list is like, here's a $50 sport game, a $70 sport game, a $50. It's not fun. I did not have fun paying like $90 to get like PES 18 imported just because it's the last one. It's like, this hurts. I'm never gonna play it.
I know.
It is
That's the
always
bad part. That's the bad part about collecting is that, you know, you have these games that you don't really like, but you're going to pay it because you want to complete the set. But even though I don't really like sports titles, I have this mindset that I'm going to pay to play, and I'm going to do that. Even if I don't like this shit, I'm going to play these goddamn games at least once because I paid for this shit.
So, do you know what
the
I like?
journey itself is worth it, though. Like the journey makes it worth it, you know.
It is. Yeah.
Sports games are a good like time capsule. Like if you're familiar with sports, it is nice to be like, oh man, I remember this team. I remember when this guy was on this team. I remember that time he did this thing. Or I remember. So if you are familiar with it, it can be pretty nostalgic. I'm a big Bruins fan. And so like there were certain teams that I'm like, I miss these guys. So it's nice to go back and play that lineup again.
Right.
Or I'm just from New England in general. So we have, some years, obviously we had really good sports teams. So I'm just like, hey, I'll take any of the sports games between like 2004 and 2012. We had great teams.
If you follow a game that only peaked in 1 year, that 1 year would be nostalgic for you, which is cool.
Yeah. And it's fun if somebody wants to play against you and you can pick your OP team with the best stats. Like, I'm going to crush you now. Tom Brady's going to wreck you.
Tom Brady at 94. Good luck.
Go.
Oh, shit.
Cool. You got any more pickups? Is that everything?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
Cool stuff. Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
So I, randomly, it looks like I bought a million things this week, but I didn't. It's just like I had shit show up from limited run games I ordered like a year ago. I got a shipment from Strictly Limited, which was like 2 years ago. I probably placed this thing. I got a shipment from Red Art Games that was like 6 months old. So I got all this crap, but it wasn't planned. But I'll go over it. So the first thing I did get when I actually bought it recently is I did pick up this. And I've owned this game on the Wii U for like 5 years, and I've never played it. So I look forward to owning this for 5 years and never playing it as well.
Yeah.
It looks really good. The thing that scares me is it's not a 20-hour game. It's 20 hours until it gets good.
It's open world.
It's like 100 hours,
I still haven't played 3. I've played 1 and I've played 2, and I haven't played the Torna, the expansion, and I haven't played 3 yet. So I still have to play like 2 more games before I even get to this. So who knows? But I am super excited to have it. And I don't know if you guys know this, but this game is completely up to date on the cart. When you put it in, there is no update.
Well, that's
it's
good
just
to know.
everything is good to go, and that is what I'm talking about, baby. So maybe that's because it's a Wii U game that came out many years ago. So with
wait, you're telling me a 12-year-old game is complete? Wow!
I'm more excited about this.
It took them 12 years, but they got it all on there.
You would think so. But hey, Resident Evil 4 remake had DLC. That's all I gotta say. Fucking, are you serious?
Oh, good Lord, help! I know.
Are you serious? Like what? Oh my god. So speaking of farming sims, I got this. I've actually wanted this to come out physically forever. I don't know if you guys ever played. Have you played Graveyard Keeper or heard of Graveyard Keeper?
I have not.
That looks good.
What is that?
It's farming sim, but like instead of just like taking care of the cows and farming for your grandpa. You get killed in a car accident and you end up in this weird third dimension where you're a graveyard keeper and you have to maintain a cemetery. And it's like
cool.
takes place in like medieval times. And like
Ricky
it's like you literally like this big, there's like a communist donkey that drops corpses off every couple days. Don't ask me.
Yo! Bring
That's
out
the
your
truth.
dad.
and then you have to like chop them up and like you can like extract their brains and sell their body parts and stuff. And it's really fucking grim, but it's like
That
a little
sounds
cozy,
cool as shit.
it's a cozy farming sim. So
How much was that, Joe?
$39.99. It's kind of expensive.
Why is it $70 here, man? Like it shouldn't be $70 in Australia. What the fuck's going on? Why are all these games so expensive? Ah.
We're not shitting gold, damn.
Well, I'll just be honest with you. This Switch version, it doesn't play that well. It was kind of janky. I played it in docked mode, and it was absolutely shite.
Okay.
And it's much better in handheld mode. It doesn't seem to like bother my eyeballs, but it's like the frame rate was like all like janky and stuff. So it's you may want to just pick it up on Steam, probably like $5.
I can get it for $3.99 on Steam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
I really want the physical, but it doesn't make any sense. Like it's not a $70. Like if it was $30, I'd buy it. I was waiting. Like I looked at that like 2 years ago. And I'm like, I'll just wait. Physical might come out.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Well, if you want the physical, guess it is what it is.
Yeah.
But if you just want to try it out, it's mad cheap. I would just play it on Steam.
Is it on
I think I'm
PS5?
just gonna play it.
What's that? Did you?
Is it on PS5 or is it just Switch only?
This is the only thing they've ever released physically for it ever.
Okay.
And then maybe you can upgrade it to Switch 2. I have no idea.
For $10.
For only an additional $70, Figsy. So for $140, you can play this. But it is super fun. If you like games like this, I do recommend it. It's fun. It's a good one. So this is an order from Strictly Limited Games.
Hey, hang on, I have a question. Does it come with the DLC?
Yeah, it comes with three things of DLC.
DLC.
Breaking Dead, Game of Thrones, and Stranger Sins. Get it? It's like all goofy play on words. So you guys remember how Strictly Limited Games didn't send me games for like 3 years or whatever? And I was like, you guys need to go and buy Iron Meat. Go buy as many copies as you can. So that way they have some money. And so they'll send me some of the games I ordered. Well, it worked. Because I got 2 games that I ordered from them. God knows how long ago.
Finally.
Oh.
But this is Cider Reloaded. And you may be shocked. But it is a shmup. You never could have guessed it. That I would have bought.
What are the chances?
But it's a side-scrolling pew 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 shoot 'em up game, and I got a crappy ass number. Look at that, Wait, can you see it? Can you stop?
97.
It's like 965 out of 1,000. No,
it's
it's right. It's all fuzzy. It's right here. Yeah, there we go. 965 out of 1,000. Bullshit.
Oh, okay, I see it now. Holy shit.
I don't even think these numbers mean anything, but I still hate it when I get a like crappy one. Like I don't know why it doesn't. I've never.
You either go from the top or the bottom of the pile, depending on which side they opened it from.
That's what I got. It's 1918 out of 3,000. That's a little better. I like to be sub 50%. I want to be under that 50% marker. I don't know.
I'm looking for an even number. I want like 1,500 out of 3,000, or number 25 out of 3,000. They're the ones I like.
Yeah, increments of 5.
Yeah,
I'm excited about
I mean that just looks nice and fits.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I agree with that.
So all I'm saying is that if you haven't already, go buy stuff from Strictly Limited Games as much as you can. That way they can afford to send me the games that they owe me.
Well, last week they announced they're doing more Iron Meats on the Switch, so they're reprinting it.
Good.
So they've sent Joe out his games and they've ran out of money, so they need more money. So more Iron Meats up for sale.
Do it. Everybody wants them. Get Iron Meat. Buy 3 copies and the steel books. Tell them Joe sent you. You get no discount. But they'll be like, who the hell is that? But just what you should do. So I got stuff
in the promo code section. I'm just going to type Joe sent me, see if it works.
Hey, if people are getting discounts and I ain't getting a kickback, I'm going to be mad. So I picked up. Let me see if I can say this right. Komaju Ramilia 2 Stranger's Requiem.
What a name.
This, yeah, for real. So this is a Metroidvania, Castlevania-esque type clone-ish game. This is the sequel to the first game that came out. The first game came out in Asia, and it had English on it, and then it got a re-release from Limited Run Games with an ESRB release, which obviously had English. And then the second game got announced in Asia, but for some reason, I don't know how or why, but all the English got pulled off of it, and you couldn't buy it with English. And the only copy that had English turned out to be the limited run version. So I feel like they made them take English out of the Asian release. So I was forced to buy this from them, which is really annoying because I have the Asian release for the first one. I don't give a shit if I have the stupid ESRB limited run version. That means nothing to me. And all that happened was I had to wait like an extra fucking year to get this because their copy took forever to come. And the Asian one's been out for a year, and I would have been totally fine with that. I didn't care about this. And now I have one that has English on the spine, and I have one that has Asian on the spine, whatever, Japanese, whatever. Asian. But it's not, I don't know.
It's a new language.
It encompasses all of Asia. It's one thing. They've all agreed to just use the same language.
I'm actually curious now. Is it Japanese or is it Chinese on the spine?
It's Japanese. It's got to be.
If you show me, I could recognize it.
I couldn't recognize it in my collection. I'd have to bring you all I'd have to look. That's the only thing I hate about having Japanese.
Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No.
Yeah. Like I have so many Japanese ones in here, and they're all in a big row, and I just have to pull out each one. Like, huh? No. How about this one? No. How about that one? No. I don't fucking know.
I arrange all mine alphabetically, so I put the name in how it should be with the Japanese name.
I got this from them too. It's Murderous Muses.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Yeah, so this is like what I was saying. I like FMV games, and this is indeed one of those games. And you were asking, do I like press latent mystery, solve it, who done it? Yeah, yes, I do. Fucking love stuff like that. So this is what this is. Who killed Mordecai Gray? I think it's freaking this dude. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. It's a murder mystery. It's an FMV game, and I love this shit. These are like, they're all pretty short. You can bang them out in a few hours. Normally, they're not gonna like rock your world, but they have like a good replayability. And like I said, I love playing these games with a group of people. They're super fun. So when I'm like looking for multiplayer games, I don't know what to do. Like I lean towards these types of things because they're cool. They're funny. So I got Feeble Light, some Red Art Games. This is a shmup that it was $19.99, and it looks like it was worth $9.99. Basically, where I'm going with it. It's like really simplistic gameplay.
Yeah, a kind of cool number, 629 out of 999. I like
Hell
that.
Yeah. Still not below that sub 500 mark, though, you sons of bitches, but that's all right.
6 fits in the 9 category if you turn it upside down.
Yeah. So here we go. If you've played, I think this is the same company that did like Red Death and Project Starship and stuff. It just looks like one of those games. So I'm assuming it's the same people. And Red Art released all of their other games. But yeah, it's a shmup, and it's $19.99. I mean, I was pretty much obligated to purchase it.
$20 is free. So you got paid a cent for that, according to Joe's Mass.
Yeah,
you got Joe's Mass is $20 for a PS5 game is free, $25 for a Switch game is free.
Correct. Anything less than that, it's basically it's a free game because it's normally everything's so expensive that if it's that cheap, it's pretty much free. It's like I'm forced to buy it. Like a $25 or less Switch game, that's a free game. That doesn't. I don't even count that.
Yeah.
I spent $40 last night on like subs and pizza. And so I'm like, so what's $25? What that's not, that is, I spend more than that at McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like, that's less than a tank of gas. That's nothing. That's free. That's basically free.
Pretty much.
I got this from them too. I think Reggie just was talking about this on his channel too. I got Cyber Trash Statics.
What the fuck?
Look at the side to read that because I could not read what the fuck that said. It's about girls with big boobs who fight robots. Apparently.
I see that. Well endowed.
But if you look on the back, look at that. Oh yeah, look at them pixels. All right.
Perky pixels.
That front cover is not misleading or anything.
You could tell I had to get the deluxe edition. So it's
Deluxe purchase.
it's like a 2D action Metroid looking game. I don't know if it's an actual like Metroidvania or if it's like a regular level design or whatever. But it looks sweet. It's my type of game. And you know what I like about these types of games? I like Red Art games and I like these little indie games is they're fucking complete. Like there's no way that this thing needs an update. There's no way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's going to be complete. Like there's no way that this is going to need an update. So these are the types of games I like to get.
You could probably fit that game 100 times on the disc.
What's that?
You could probably fit the game on the disc like 100 times. If it wasn't complete, I would be shocked.
It says that your hard drive space, you need to have at least 400 megabytes minimum.
You can fit it more than 100 times on the disc.
So, anyway, it looks really cool. I mean, it honestly looks like a good game. Joking aside, it looks fun as hell. If you like Contra or 2D type games, I would get it. So I went and bought this for $52. It's the cheapest I've seen it. Walmart had it for $52. This was $80 when it first was announced.
I would like to.
And I've seen it go on sale for $70. I've seen it go down from sale for $60, and I've been like, nah. Finally dropped to $52, and I was like, okay, that's not that bad. If you're patient, I bet you could probably get this cheaper. But I am not patient. I am the opposite of patient. I am the other, whatever, the impatient.
I'll test out how cheap you can get it.
Yes, just wait.
I'll wait 10 years to get it for $10.
This is a pretty decent release. So this comes with the Alan Wake 2. The full game is on the disc. It comes with one of the DLCs on the disc. Comes with a code to download the other DLC. So there is a DLC that is not on the disc, which is unfortunate, but these days I'm like, hey, the game's on there, fucking sweet. That's at least I can play that. I'm like, yay. And then this also comes with a code, a digital download for the first game. So you can get Alan Wake 1 as well.
Neat. Okay.
Which is why I think they tried to sell it for $80. That's why I think they were trying to justify that, because it does come with a full digital download of Alan Wake 1 as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Worth it.
Yeah. So Alan Wake 2, there it is. Happy to have it.
Alan Wake 1 got a PS4 physical, right? It was a remake of the 360 version.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for a while, I don't know if it still is this way. But Alan Wake got a PS5 release, and it was sold out. It was actually really expensive. I don't know if it still is. I'm curious, but it was actually pretty expensive to get. So if you ever see Alan Wake on PS5, the first one, I would grab it. I also grabbed a Flip Grip. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these.
I've heard of them before.
Yeah, so it lets you hold your Switch vertically, so they're really good for shmups. So big surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Alan Wake is like over $100 here on PS4.
Holy fucking shitballs!
Yeah, that's where I wasn't surprised. It's expensive to get it on PS5. The PS4 copy is still cheap if you just want to get a copy, but the PS5 one's expensive.
Wow.
So this, I have a bunch of these already, but these would only work on the original Switch. They didn't work on the OLED, and I saw that they have like a new model that says you can work. It does on the OLED too. See, it's for the Switch and the OLED. So I grabbed one of these for my OLED. So now I have one of these for them. These are mad cheap. This is the type of shit that is going to be like, like the circle pad for the 3DS you could buy that makes it so you get an extra thumbstick. That thing is really expensive now, and I remember you could get it for relatively cheap. And
Yeah.
these are these things. These are like $10. So if you have any interest in this type of crap, I would get this now, because now that the Switch 2 is going to come out, these are going to not be made. They're going to
Considering there's like 200 shoot 'em ups on the Switch too.
Yeah,
it's the system if you want it, and that's the way to play
Yeah.
it. So it makes sense.
So yeah, I'd grab one. They're pretty cool, and like they're also really good for like they have pinball, like Star Wars pinball. You can play that way, and if you do that, you can make it like a pinball machine. So there's a
I
couple
love
other
pinball.
games you can use it for. Flip grip, and then I actually got some PS1 stuff that I've been saving up for this show because I have the PlayStation deal.
Let's see
But
it.
I've got a couple of these over the week. So you've been going for sports games, and I've been going for racing games. That's what I've been going for. I like
What
racing.
fun.
I love racing games, and they're one of my favorite things to collect because
Oh, yeah.
they're still cheap. For some reason, people
Yep.
don't like them, or they're not. I don't know what it is, but I
They
fucking
were
love them.
produced a lot too. Like
Yeah,
back in the
Yeah.
day, racing games were games that were like your Call of Duties and your blah blah
Pretty
blah.
much.
Everyone had them.
but I'm still very happy because I like them very much, and I love collecting them, and they don't hurt me in the wallet so much. So I finally got some racing games. So I've got Driver. I never had a nice copy of this.
Oh, for
Look at that. I got a nice
fuck's sake.
clean copy. Look at that. It's beautiful.
That is a nice clean copy.
Yeah.
Getting out of that goddamn garage is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
God damn it. I just did it a few months ago again for the first time in years, and it was a pain in the ass. And guess what? My save file was gone. I don't know what the fuck happened to it.
That's such a kick in the nuts after all that work.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Yeah. But that's a
And
good game. I
I
like it.
got the sequel. I got Driver 2.
I got 2 copies of that.
So this
That
made me
means-
mad because I got this copy because again, this is very nice and clean.
That is
Pictures
nice.
of it were fantastic, but the douchebag just packaged it in a bubble mailer and didn't do shit to protect it.
I
So, of
hate when they
course-
do that.
Look at this fucking giant crack on the back. That wasn't there when I ordered
Oh,
it.
this is bullshit.
Now it's got a big old crack on the back, which isn't the end of the world because I can replace the back.
Right.
But it's still irritating. It's like, bro, why?
Yeah.
You have this nice clean copy. It's even got the sticker on it. Look at this. It says, way to go. It's nice.
That's
Good
awesome.
shape. Look at that. Beautiful. Everything. This thing's like brand spanking new. Like
Way
everything.
to go, shit eBay seller.
This is perfect. It's like no scratch. The
You basically
manual
did,
is perfect. Everything about this thing was beautiful and perfect and loved it. And everything about it was good. And then the dude just shipped it like fucking shit. Now it's got a giant crack. You're a dick.
Don't
I
want
didn't
to put the
send it
extra
back. I'm
bubble
not-
in.
I could be a dick and send it back, but I'm like,
I'm at the
Yeah.
point in my collection now where I'm probably returning that because I bought it perfect. I want it perfect. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Shipping
not
it back
expensive
now. He
game.
shipped it to me as well.
I'll I'll replace it with. I'll find some fucking old fucking like I don't know Billy Ray Cyrus CD and rip the back of it off.
I'll usually
Smart.
send a message at this point if
Yeah.
I buy a PS1 game to ask for a box. And if they don't send it, it was in the message. You just ignored it. Sorry. If they want me to pay more, I'll pay more.
Yeah, I
If
don't
you
mind
want
to
me
pay more
for
for good
postage,
shipping.
I'll pay more knowing that
Yeah.
it's going to arrive perfect,
Yeah.
For most
that's-
people I've seen they do that thing now where they wrap it in just a piece of cardboard and that keeps it
Yeah.
protected. Even that's very
It
cheap
does.
and it works.
Rubber band, cardboard, good to go. Yeah, it works because some people have done that with my sports games that I've gotten recently.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care how you ship it if it shows up in good. I've gotten some funny ass packing.
Got
things. I don't know
some
what you
weird
say.
shit.
Same.
I've gotten like games shipped in cereal boxes and duct tape. I'm like, what?
I've had that happen. Oh my god.
Like honeycomb. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, you just-
I get games for other collectors. I once got a game that was wrapped in a bag that was like used to store shoes, and it made the game smell like shoes. And I told the guy who had it, I'm like, I'm not keeping this in my house. It smells like shoes. He's like, just throw it out.
Oh my god. Feet.
Like, what the fuck?
yeah, I know a few people on the internet would pay extra.
Yeah, probably for that.
They're like,
Lord.
could you include your stocks in the package? I'm like, no, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
So one of my favorite racing franchises is Need for Speed, and I
Oh,
have
yeah.
I have every PS2 version, every PS3. Well, not every
Nice.
version. I'm sure there's variants, but I have all those
Right.
games. I never picked up the ones on PlayStation 1, so I'm trying to remedy
Yeah,
that.
there's-
So
I thought
This
that
is actually
one.
my
Hot
what's that?
Pursuit. Yeah.
This is my favorite
Yeah.
one out of the
Yeah, it's
ones that
good.
are. This is my favorite one out of the ones that are on there. Like this is what I actually like
Yeah.
to play the most. So I picked this one up first. Hot
Nice.
Pursuit 3. It's actually. I personally think the graphics on this are very impressive for a PlayStation 1 game. I think that
yeah.
it could be. You could possibly mistake it for a crappy PS2 game.
Yeah.
Not a good PS2 game, but this looks pretty good for a PS1 game, and
Yeah.
I enjoy it. You know, a lot of these old racing games. Problem is, there's not a lot of content. They're kind of short.
You know, yeah.
What's up?
There's one I could recommend to you if you like racing games.
No, sure.
It's called Miracle Space Race.
I've never played that. Are you joking? Is it bad?
Yeah, it's bad as shit. It's the cover art is funny. Let me see if I can find it. You keep doing your thing. Let me pull it.
Well, I have 2 more thingies. Well, that sounded weird. I have so I picked up. I believe it or not, did not have a clean copy of Gran Turismo. I've had a beat up copy forever, but I wanted to upgrade my copy and get one that wasn't so shitty. And mission accomplished. It's not cracked. It's got a couple scratches.
I have not seen that artwork before. That's cool with the wrapping on the front cover.
Yeah. So Gran Turismo, everybody's familiar.
Oh
with
hell
it.
yeah, that's a nice clean.
I got a nice clean copy. Now and then this, I'm gonna play this and start a campaign. Like this is the thing that I like. When I see these new games and the way the industry's going, I'm like, you guys are making a big mistake. I could play Gran Turismo 1 for like the next 3 months. I don't need your shit. You like this game? I can put mad time into these games.
Yeah.
And then I have one more pickup, which is hilarious. So, speaking of Strictly Limited, they had like this insane sale recently on Amazon on their regular standard releases. They were like $9.99. And of course, I already own them all because I'm a schmuck and I paid $40 for them 3 years ago from Strictly Limited. So I owned all of those. So that pissed me off. But there was a couple, they had collector's editions on sale. And there was one of their games that I wanted forever, and I never picked it up because I thought it was too expensive. Anyway, this was on sale for like $24.99. And like the regular version, the non-collector's edition, I'd seen it on eBay and for sale for like $50, $40, you know what I mean? So I was like, this is no brainer. $24.99. I'm gonna buy this collector's edition. Look at this fucking thing. This is what they sent me. Look at this thing. What the
Holy
fuck?
shit, that's a thick boy.
This is literally a tank. It is.
God damn.
Like, hold on. Let me pull a game up.
That thing is
So we
huge.
can compare and contrast here. So this is a normal game, and this is Spelunker HD Deluxe.
Damn.
And it is just insanely big. So
Holy
stuff like
crap.
this is gonna. I'm gonna open this. I'm going to take the game out, and this is gonna go in a box in the closet because it is.
I
Just
don't blame you.
absurdly
Holy
large.
fuck, man.
It's insane. And I was gonna buy like 3 or 4 of their collector's editions, and now I'm like, oh, thank God I didn't, because that would have taken up my whole closet.
Yeah, really. Holy shit.
And this game, if you're unfamiliar with this, is Spelunker came out on like the Atari. Like
Yeah, I played Spelunker.
Yeah, it's a old ass game. So this is like a remastered, reimagined Atari game.
Of it.
And
Joe's a big Spelunker fan.
Oh yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I spelunk all the time in my real life, in my free time moments. It's what I do. I'm a spelunking fella. Anyway, so this is like way too much for an Atari game. It's just
Damn.
and like it's
That's
funny because if I leave this out, people will be like, "Wow, you must be like your favorite game. You love Spelunk." I'm like, no, I don't know why I have this giant thing. It was cheaper than the regular copy. It made no sense.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What
that
was the
made me
shipping
laugh.
on that?
What's that?
What was the shipping on that? Surely
Free.
they
I got it
lost
from Amazon. $24.99 for that whole thing.
They lost money on that. There
Wow.
is no way.
Oh yeah, they're
That
definitely
came from Europe. That came from Europe. That would have been like $50 at lower to ship.
Well, I think what they did is they they shipped a shit ton of them to the United States and at Amazon, just distribute them. I don't think it came from there.
What's my shipping container worth? So 10?
All I know is that I was really confused when the box showed up because this massive fucking box showed up, and I'm like, what the hell did I order? From Amazon that could possibly be in this giant box.
We got a new washing machine.
I'm
It's a
like,
collector's edition for $24.99.
When I opened it and I saw Splunker staring at me, I was like, what the hell did I buy? This is insane. So that made me laugh. That was my pickups. Fucking
awesome.
amazing. And and this is funny because like this was the week that I was like, oh, I better not buy anything. I need to save money for the Switch too. And then I have like 50 things show up, and my girlfriend's like, didn't you say you weren't? I swear I didn't buy all these. These are like I bought these like years ago. I don't know why. Like, well, the Splunker I didn't. That was on sale. I bought that. But like the Red Arc game stuff, these I ordered like 4
You could have
months
put it off there. You're like, look, Strictly Limited. Bought it years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's like I'm like they're trying to make me look bad. I didn't fucking plan this. But yeah, those are my pickups. Good stuff.
Nice.
Well, guys, we're at the 2 hour and 20 mark. That's a little bit over our normal time. I think we had a good chat. I think it was pretty fun.
Hey, thanks for going on, DeeGee. It was awesome to chat
Yeah,
with
no
you.
problem, man. It was fun hanging out. Oh yeah, go check out this too. Oh, if I can figure out what the hell. There's
Miracle
Miracle.
Space Race.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of it.
Try it. It's janky as shit, but it's funny as hell.
The artwork on the cover, that's
That's what sold me on it. I'm like, holy shit, $5, I'll take it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
There is a PAL version. Cool.
You should check it out. It's funny
it's
as hell.
$400.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird races on PS1. Woody Woodpecker Racing, the Smurfs Racing game. There is a lot out there besides Driver.
The Muppets Racing was my favorite. I loved that.
I got that one. That was funny as hell. But
I really
I
like
was horrible at it.
Have you guys played the 007 racing game?
Oh, yeah, that was so hard, man. That was so hard.
I like that one.
As a kid, I never beat it.
Yeah.
Of all the car games, Twisted Metal's still like the GOAT.
Twisted Metal's still great.
I was a Vigilant 8 fan.
That's more like a Murder Fest game. But yeah, I don't know. I just like car games.
It hurts me playing Vigilante 8 because I loved it as a kid. I absolutely loved it. I replayed it with one of my buddies after bragging about how good it is. Wasn't that good? Doesn't hold up.
Dude,
but the memories are still there.
That's what matters.
To our credit, like it was better single player. It just wasn't that good multiplayer. It's like 1v1, and then you play single player, and it's like 1v12. So that had a bit to do with it. But yeah, it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we. So I've been collecting movies a lot. I have a ton of movies. I didn't bring them in here. That would take too long. But there are a lot of movies that I bought and that I'm like, man, I loved this movie when I was a kid. I cannot wait to watch it again. And then I watch it and I'm like, ooh, this is not good.
It was good in the 90s, damn good today.
Like, I don't know. I'm like, did I enjoy this? Did I not enjoy this? I'm not even sure. But speaking of movies, I did want to say, rest in peace, Mr. Val Kilmer, sir. I don't know if you guys heard about that. That made me so sad.
I did.
I am a big fan. I'm a huge Willow fan. As Mad Mardigan, he was amazing. Good. And that was sad. Rest in peace, friend.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
So yeah, that was a really depressing way.
I keep muting myself because there's like power tools being turned on outside. I'm trying to like time it.
That's good. We're wrapping it up. We're already past the 2 hour mark. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, down in the comments, I have all of DeeGee's socials. Very active, ton of content. Like you're crazy. Like you are dedicated. I am impressed. I am very lazy when it comes to content creation. And you are putting out stuff like all the time, every day, TikTok shorts, videos, live streams. If you guys are looking for, a great channel to watch, check out her channels. They're very good. She's growing like crazy. I swear to God, every time I look at your channel, you have 1,000 more subs. It's freaking amazing. So keep it up. You're gonna do great.
Thanks, man.
I think you're doing a push to do Shut up, Dad.
Gonna give her hate for all the Resident Evil slander. I get enough, man. Every fucking day. Welcome to the crowd. I'm used to it. Buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. I'm cracking it in. That does not bother me.
No, whatever. He's just goofing around. Dad's gamers.
Yeah, I know. It's funny.
You know, he thinks the NES is terrible, so we don't really care what his opinion is.
Hey! Oh, damn.
He hates the NES. He calls it the worst
God.
console ever made.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just trying to fight with him. But yeah, you're also doing like a partner push right now on Twitch, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, doing a partner push. I'm just doing it casually. If I don't get it, I don't. If I do, great. It's just something I wanted to say. Why the fuck not try? So
Nice.
If you're on Twitch, definitely go check out her channel. That's in the thing below, and she streams on Thursday. She'll be streaming tomorrow. So go check it out. Say hi, and yeah. Is there anything else you want to plug or promote, DeeGee, that I'm forgetting?
No.
Anything like that?
I'll be at. I should be at Siege this year. If you're gonna be at Southeast Game Exchange, I'll be there. Whenever their dates are, they have them up on their shit or whatever. I'll be there. Check out my content if you want. I drop new videos every week. If you like Loud, Lewd, and Lovely, come over to Twitch. It's always a fucking chaotic time. That's it. That's pretty much it.
I live on Twitch. I dropped a follow. I hope to catch a stream soon.
Oh yeah, come in and hang out anytime, man. I appreciate
way
it.
too
Yeah,
much
and then
time.
also, if this is the first time you're watching this show, our channels, please sub to my channel, Joe Rad. Please sub to Figsy's channel, Figsy Games. You can watch this show here. You can watch the show there. Figsy does GeoGuessr.
iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah, I stream games occasionally too. I'm doing a Half-Life playthrough. So if you want to see someone who's terrible at Half-Life, you can watch me play. If you want to see someone fail at like the same fucking jump off a ladder 20 times, I'm your guy.
I've been streaming a lot. March was the most I've streamed in 6 years. So I am back on Twitch. I'm also restreaming on YouTube, doing the GeoGuessr thing. I hosted a tournament last week. I'm doing lots of things. Potentially streaming every day this month. I kind of joked about it last night. I'm going to stream again tonight and make the joke again. After like 2 weeks, I might commit to it. We'll see. So hang out and jump over on the Twitch, or if you don't like music, you can watch it on YouTube because you can't play music on Twitch on YouTube. So I have like a music version of the stream and then a quiet version of the stream.
Sweet. And then if you guys are also in the Arizona area, Reggie is on his way to Game On Expo, which is tomorrow. So if you're going to be around Game On Expo, Reggie will be there. So go say hi. And that's all of the plugging, social media-ing that I am going to do. Again, thanks for coming on, DeeGee. That was a lot of fun. I hope you had a good time.
We won't have a show tomorrow. We did it a day early, but we will be back next week, everyone.
Yeah, we're not doing another show tomorrow, but we'll be back next week. Next week is going to be Video Game Votary returning. Marcus will be joining us.
Let's go.
So he is going to be, we'll be talking probably mostly Nintendo stuff, and he'll be telling all the haters online to shut the fuck up, get on board, and start loving Nintendo. Stop being such a bitch. That's pretty much what I expect. So.
I mean, just don't buy it, right? Like, don't go on the internet and bitch about it. Just don't buy it. Support it. Support things with your money. Like, if you buy it, you support it. If you don't, you don't.
Exactly. I agree with that.
If you don't want to buy something, don't buy something. And if you do, don't let other people make you feel bad because you want to buy it. And enjoy it.
I'm excited because I just got the game that I've been waiting 10 years for. I don't care about everything else. I'm excited.
Yeah. I buy like 7 variants of the same game. I don't need people telling me.
Damn right.
I don't need people telling me what I should do. I don't care. It's what I want. So that's what I'm doing. You guys be quiet. So anyway, great show. Had a lot of fun. Everybody watching, thank you guys very much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
Have a good night, everyone.
Later.
You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting season. Come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather around the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests, only got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh and eat, gonna live the dream. Gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing a song to the Show!